we're good.
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Welcome to another episode of Bussin' With The Boys. We are always proudly presented by the FanDuel Sportsbook. Baseball fans, big hits get even bigger with Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel. Customers choose their own reward every Tuesday to use on home run bets. How will you play your game? Option 1, the bet reset. Use this on your wager and you'll get refunded in bonus bets if your bet loses. Option 2, a 50% profit boost. Make your bet, activate the profit boost, and if it hits, that's extra winnings at no extra cost. Make your choice and the reward will be ready to use on your next home run bet. Just visit FanDuel.com to choose your reward. For home run bets, every Dinger Tuesday, play ball with the home for home runs on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bussin' With The Boys. We have a very special interview later in this podcast with the one, the only Lavonte David. Taylor Lewan is not on the bus right now. He had to go catch a flight. A couple housekeeping things, house cleaning, housekeeping, whatever we want to say, that we will have in order for everybody who's tuned in the last couple weeks, everybody who dropped in the comment section for the Cam Jurgens podcast or the Cam Jurgens episode. Brilliant. We are featuring our audience throughout our episode from 2 weeks ago moving forward. Essentially, there's 3 ways to connect with us, to be featured on the show. We'll have callbacks or reminiscing on last week's episode. On this episode, there's hashtag Tier Talk, where every Sunday on Twitter, we drop a tweet, see if anybody has a hashtag Tier Talk, what they would like to ask us. We will feature those on the back half or the second part of the intro. We also have Tier Talk. For now, you will know the guests coming in each and every week. This week, you guys knew it was Lavonte David, so you can drop in questions for our guests every week when we tell you guys who we're going to have on the bus, to where you use hashtag Tier Talk. We feature those questions. We feature your comments throughout the episode. Continue to drop comments. We love the comment section while you are looking at the comment section, while you're looking at us on Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube, wherever it is. Make sure you're subscribed to the boys. Guys, I have a co-host on the bus with me, and I'll just let the cat out of the bag. It's Lavonte David. Lavonte David is co-hosting the Bussin' With The Boys intro. We'll whip for about 10 or 15 minutes. We have a 2.5 hour interview that we did with you where we're on the bus the majority of the time with Taylor. Taylor ended up having to catch a flight, so we had to leave for the last, 30 minutes, or it's just me and you reminiscing on some old times. Yep. But you're co-hosting with us.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
I'm going off you.
It means we're talking. We got the audience engaged right now.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking with the audience. We're going over some clean takes.
Okay.
Some callbacks from last week.
Yeah.
Talking about what's going on in our world. I'll tee you up for this one. I had a comment that I left in the YouTube section last week before we played Iowa. Huskers are going to the Elite Eight. That didn't happen. Are you a basketball guy?
Yes, I'm a basketball guy.
You keeping up with March Madness?
Yes, I am. And they should have gone to the Elite Eight, honestly. They played a really good game. I thought they was going to make it, but some mishaps in that game kind of like stopped those guys from going to the Elite Eight, which is, for their first time actually being in the tournament, or not being in it, but actually getting that far. I thought they played pretty well.
First time ever. We talk about the year that the Huskers had. First start where we started 20-0. First time we've had a win in March Madness.
Yep.
First time we've ever been to the Sweet 16.
Yep.
A lot of records being broke. What?
Yeah.
First time round of 32.
First time round of 32.
Yeah.
Hang the banners.
Well,
But you can't have 4 guys on the court
Can't have 4 guys on the
at the end of the game, bro.
Yeah. Can't. But that just goes to show, if they, more experience being in there, that may not have happened.
Yeah, next year we're gonna let's win the whole thing.
Right.
Let's just win the whole thing.
It can happen.
Here's a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take. And what a Kevin's Natural Foods clean take is shout out our partner, Kevin's Natural Foods.
Right.
But a clean take is ultimately like you just have a thought that you feel like is a clean take. To set this one up, clean take, you should have 5 guys on the court at the whole time.
Right.
Clean take.
Right.
That's a clean one.
Yeah.
Clean take. Right here, we have somebody who commented on last week's episode when we're looking at those comments. Luke Greenstreet, 7003. Didn't know much about Cam Jurgens before the episode other than he was Kelsey's replacement. After watching this, I fuck with this cat so heavy. Just a true dude's dude. Big fan and look forward to seeing him do good things next season. That's a clean take.
Clean take.
Clean comment.
Clean comment.
Sure.
I have you know Cam Jurgens?
I know Cam Jurgens. I mean, obviously, I keep up with a lot of guys coming out of Nebraska, bro. I still watch Nebraska football. Like, I know some people.
I know you do. I just don't know if you knew.
We played the Eagles a lot these past couple of years.
I forgot you started. I forget you guys still both play in the league.
So I got a chance to actually like meet him a couple of times. But he started at guard before he moved to center.
Bro, he came in as a 4-star tight end for Nebraska.
I didn't know all that.
Well, you can find it out. You can check out last week's episode.
Yeah.
But came in as a tight end, had to make a switch. Ego death.
Right.
Obviously, he carved his way into being a 2nd-round pick for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
Played on a broken back in the Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
That's a crazy story you can tune into Bussin' With The Boys for.
Yeah.
There's another clean take that I got on here that is just Kevin's Natural Foods, a clean take. This is from I. Allen Wade on YouTube. Kevin's Natural Foods clean takes has got to be the biggest bang for their buck marketing has ever spent. That's a clean take.
That's a great
That's
take.
a clean take. This one's from Alex J. Mary. Man, I love this comment section. Let's get it, boys. No one can stop a moving train other than the conductor. Muscle emoji.
Yeah.
There's some things to teach you now that you're in this world.
Yeah, I see.
Like you're co-hosting right now.
All right. You lead me on pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. We got to get the personality going.
Yeah.
This is where we just have fun with the people in the comment section. Man, being a truck driver, this is from T Pezzy 87.
Yeah.
Man, being a truck driver, I needed these 3+ hour episodes back. Well, good news for T Pezzy. If we go here for about 20 more minutes, you got another 3-hour banger with Lavonte David.
Then my boy's a close friend of mine is a truck driver. So, if he tuned into this, I think he'll make his day go better too as well.
You know how he can tune into it?
How's that?
By if you reach out to your boy and send him the link and you say, hey, I think you might mess with this podcast on your long drives.
Yeah, I think he should take a look at it.
What do you want to talk about, man?
Entertain
the fans, bro.
The fans.
We're live.
Shit, what could we talk about? Let's talk about I don't want to talk about football, man. Sometimes I get tired of talking about football.
Well, we just talked about it for 2.5 hours.
I know, but that's what we're supposed to do. So yeah, but let's move on from that. Let's talk about. Are you into fishing? You out here in Nashville?
I can throw a rod. You'd have to hook it for me. If there's worms, hey, get me right on the worm.
That's about the most I know how to do though. I'm not into fishing like that, but You're
just saying, let's go fishing today.
Yeah. What about golf?
I don't really golf, man. My below back.
So I told myself I'm gonna get a month worth of golf lessons, and then I'm gonna go out and golf. I think I want to get into golf.
So you're gonna try to get into golfing now?
I want to try to get just as a hobby. I never had a hobby.
You're retired. You're wealthy.
I never had a hobby, bro. So I think I need to start getting a hobby and doing something, being outdoors, get out of the house a little bit.
Yeah. Did you see Tiger Woods over the weekend?
He likes golf.
When he brought up golf,
yes, I seen Tiger Woods over the weekend, and it happened right before the Masters. It was just
it's a tough beat, man. Yeah. But what are we doing?
What are we doing? Yeah, you're Tiger Woods. You should have a driver or something.
That's what blows my mind is, dog. You are so wealthy.
Yeah.
All of the accidents he's been in already.
Yeah.
The resume you already have that you've rehabilitated or tried rehabilitating over the last however many years. Even if I take the mindset of if you're going to be under the influence and you still do that, why would you just not have a driver at all times?
Right. I don't know. Every time I see those top athletes like LeBron James, for instance, I don't think LeBron James drives. I see Steph Curry. I don't think Steph Curry drives. I think all those dudes have personal drivers and stuff like that when they're going out about in the town and things like that.
Yeah, you got to have a driver, man. Just again, to me, it's what we doing. Get your boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you see y'all see Tiger's dating at Trump, and there was an executive order placed that Tiger's not allowed to drive around Donald's nephew or niece or whatever it is.
Damn.
That is a law.
Is that real?
Is that real? Are you sure that that's a law?
That's what I saw. I may have
on X.
Yeah, I saw it on.
He said that is a law. Did you when you saw the tweet? Did you get in the comment section say, "Hey, Gronk, is this real?"
I went through and somebody already did that, and Gronk approved it. So
Wow.
Oh, then
it's gotta
be true.
Gronk never missed.
That's a law.
Yeah. I think you have to look at Gronk now. Like every time something come out, you have to look at Gronk to see if it's true or not. Because every time I look at those social media stuff, I always think about that clip on training day.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington talking to Ethan Hawke. Like 90% of this is bullshit and it entertains me.
Yeah.
So like now you want to interrupt, so now you entertain me. So I look at it like that too.
with Gronk though, people get horny with Gronk.
Oh yeah.
People do.
Gronk switched these outfits.
Yeah, put this outfit on.
Yeah.
I've been horny. When
yeah,
I mean, I've been horny. Remember when I came after Clay after the Bears beat the Packers?
Yeah.
And they said, hey, Gronk, put him in a bikini. Sure, your meme was funny, the get up one.
Love anytime I can get a Night of the Seven Kingdoms meme in there.
Yeah,
Somebody teed me up perfectly. The Chimerian pervert.
Hey, no pun intended.
No pun
Tee me up.
And you a Game of Thrones guy?
Oh, bro, am I a Game of Thrones guy? I love Game of Thrones.
Yo!
You're a Game of Thrones guy?
I love Game of Thrones. I've been watching Game of Thrones. I know it started like in 2011, but I started watching it in 2013. And I've been.
Have you watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
So you get the meme.
Yeah, that's what I was looking. Yeah, I get it. I watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I like House of Dragons, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm big on those things. I like those. I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy.
Big TV show guy, big movie guy.
Big TV show, big movie guy.
You're a homebody,
Will,
but you dive into.
Like in Nebraska, I used to go to the movies by myself all the damn time.
I know, but we're doing the show together.
Yeah,
like
true.
I can't just.
You're right.
I have to like you ask some questions to get you talking. I can't just sit up here. Hey, you like doing this?
Co-host,
hey, you love doing that?
You're right, co-host. You're right.
We're co-hosting together.
You're right. You gotta
Favorite
get
show of all time?
favorite show of all time.
That's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. Favorite show of all time. I can't not watch The Wire. I love The Wire.
I haven't either, but everybody swears by The
I love
Wire.
The Wire.
I did have a note during the podcast. I didn't want to throw it out to get off on a tangent, but y'all were talking about Bo Pelini.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, Bo Pelini is Stannis Baratheon. Could have been king,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to do the Game of Thrones with all the boosters and all that.
That's a great reference.
He was like,
I really like
just
that.
wanna fucking fight.
Yeah.
We dive into some great. We dive into some great Bo Pelini stories. We do.
That's a great one.
You a Harry Potter fan?
Not as much. Mike Evans is a huge Harry Potter fan though.
Is he?
But I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I watched all of them, but I can't really get into them. Like I like them. I just watch them just to watch them. Like I ain't get excited or nothing by watching them. Nothing kind of like got me going by watching them. But
really?
Yeah. I wasn't really like maybe because it wasn't enough action, my type of action, I guess.
Yeah.
But, and then you
Because you
see
like violence.
Kinda, yeah. Did you see they coming out with the TV series?
Yeah, I saw
How
that.
you feel about that?
I think it's going to be amazing.
You think so?
I think one thing that is absolute bullshit is fucking Professor Snape.
I agree.
Because when you look,
I agree.
dude, right? When you look back at all the books and all the movies and everything else, like not at any point is he wearing something with a zipper.
Yeah. Not only that, but let's call it space. He's not black.
Whoa.
I
wasn't thinking that. I was thinking the fucking zipper he's wearing.
No, I can't rock with that, bro. Like, honestly.
Oh, so you hate that they got Snape as black?
I mean, that too, but like that's a part of it. But like, no, I can't rock with it, bro.
Okay,
like, it just don't fit the character. In my opinion.
Where I'm sitting, like, I rock with that. But I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna say nothing like that.
And then my whole thing about the Harry Potter
thing, see if Mike Evans say, "Do you like the new Professor Snape?"
He said no.
Oh, he said he hated it.
Yeah, he said no. He don't like the casting. Well, not the casting. He just said he don't. I ain't say nothing about the casting, but he said he don't like it.
You see what they're doing now? They're gonna redo Black Panther. Ryan Gosling's gonna be Black Panther.
We gotta ask Gronk that. I don't think that's gonna happen. But my thing about the whole Harry Potter thing is like, instead of doing the whole like to just redoing it and putting it in a TV series, I think they should do like a backstory, like on the parents or something like that, or just like something like that. Like they definitely should have did that, right? Like how Game of Thrones is doing the prequels and everything.
I feel like the show.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah,
the show though, like because all the people that have read the books have said the movies, there's stuff that happens in the books that doesn't happen. So I think each book is going to be a season for the show.
They could do what he's saying. It's like ultimately Harry Potter is starting the Game of Thrones playbook where they're diving in all of the books, right?
Yeah.
And then now that once they have the Harry Potter show established, from there you can have all of these, side quests, parents.
I think the
Professor
movie,
Snape.
I think the movie. I'm sure this dude is a great actor, but I don't know. Like my image of Professor Snape is.
Listen, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. But here's what I'll say. If HBO is pouring all this into Harry Potter, like if you're revamping Harry Potter based off how successful the movies and everything else was, you're taking a leap to do it now as a TV series. I'm assuming that this dude is going to crush.
Yeah, for sure.
To put
Yeah.
everybody's got their takes.
Yeah,
I always think, he's the zipper. I just want to make sure, to be clean. Like
I
I
don't pay
was the
attention to
zipper.
stuff like that. Like my image of that professor, like that dude did a great job in that. I mean, and like I feel like a guy,
pale skin, dark hair,
similar to him, should have been the character.
I mean, you're speaking facts. Yeah, people are like, why wasn't Adam Driver casted?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a perfect.
What is this right here, Sherm?
That's the zipper at like 4.
Oh, zoom! You zoomed in to the zipper.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know you don't like it. Mike Evans doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mike Evans is a huge Harry Potter fan.
I believe you.
Yeah, he got a Harry Potter
I like
tattoo.
Harry Potter.
You got a tattoo. You'll get a Harry Potter tattoo?
No. I'm not a sicko like that. Some people are.
He's
though.
not. Don't call my guy a sicko. You call him a sicko?
No, it's sicko, like obsessed, loves, just my fault. Clean take, Mike Evans, not a sicko. I think he's a
nerd.
I ain't no nerd.
I could have sworn you were.
Where was I going with that? What else is new, man?
What else is new? Shit, I'm retired.
Yeah, we dive into that in the podcast.
I mean,
something we didn't talk about on the pod. When we were talking about Pelini, Nebraska journeys, like hilarious, by the way, the JUCO stories.
Yeah.
But just to, if people caught your audio episode, where you kind of had the broken audio, or if they didn't, is you when you got to Nebraska, taking my job.
I did not take your job, bro. Stop saying that.
Listen,
like I look at it as me taking your job, like you being healthy, and me actually like coming in and taking your spot. That's me taking your job. But I only got put into the job because you got hurt.
They broke my foot. Yeah,
you broke your foot. So like, in any sense, like what is called? What's the
When I got healthy?
Nah, man, it's a thing. It was a baseball player that he ended up. Oh, what's it called? You know what I'm saying? People say it all the time. Wally Pip. It's in a sense, Wally Pip.
Yeah.
Thing. So.
Yeah, I got healthy, and then my job was nowhere to be found when I got back because you had just taken the team by storm. Which I mean, you're obviously 14 years. We're arguing for you to be the Hall of Fame.
But we got a chance to play together. Me and you
we had some
together.
good times.
So that was really good.
Michigan State, Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State was good.
Penn State was good.
You was my crash dummy on that.
It was what was it, 4th and short?
Yeah.
They were on game-winning drive, trying to be on a game-winning drive.
Yeah.
Maybe
3rd and 1, then 4th and 1. Yeah.
3rd and 1, 4th and 1.
Game-winning drive.
We run a cross dog. I'm the first blitzer, so I basically eat up the blocker. Lavonte comes around, tied off the hip. Silas Red hits him in the backfield. Big boys him.
Yeah.
We win the game.
Really cool. That was a cool moment. Top tier moment.
People are gonna forget, man.
Yeah.
They shouldn't. They're going to. Yeah. But yeah, when I'll never forget like the ego mental battle I was in when that job wasn't there when I got back. Yeah. Like for context, I break my Lavonte comes to Nebraska. We have a great time in the off season.
Right.
Lavonte's working on the second field with like the backup to the backups.
Backup to the backup. Yeah. I was like fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth linebacker.
Sean Fisher was actually the starter in the dime package.
Correct.
We ran a lot of one linebacker, one off the ball linebacker. I was the 2 dime. Sean Fisher tears his ACL from friendly fire in practice. Somebody gets blocked sideways. I want to say Niles Paul blocked Dijon Gomes into Sean Fisher's knee. Sean tears his ACL.
Was that a 3rd dime or the 4th dime?
You were the 3rd dime, I thought.
Yeah.
Unless it was Zoe, and then they were just like, we're just going to play Lavonte.
Yeah.
But you were 3rd or 4th on the depth chart. You were starting on the low end on the tunnel pole, like on the other field.
Correct.
Lavonte would flash in practice, but Sean Fisher tears his ACL. I go up to starting dime. I was the starting backer in our dime package. And it is the Thursday before our opening game for the season.
Yep.
And we're just in like a jog through. And I plan on this stick route and break my foot. It feels like a gun went off of my foot. I'm like limping around. I'm like hoping it calms down so we can either tape it, I can get back in there, whatever it is. Again, we're going to opener. So redshirt sophomore, excited, ready to go. And I broke my foot. I was out for like 8 or 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Lavonte, I'm up in my scooter during the first game. I forget who we're playing.
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky comes to town. Lavonte has 13 tackles and disintegrates one of their receivers over the middle. They catch a pass. Lavonte murders the dude. Stands up, throwing the bones. Him throwing the bones. That was that being like your first game, whatever.
Well,
that was basically on a card. That was your card. Was that celebration?
Me hitting a receiver was that same year, but it wasn't that game. That was against North Dakota State.
Those first couple games?
Yeah, it was one of those first couple of games. The first game against Western Kentucky, like I had some pretty good hits, but it wasn't that hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have got those mixed up.
Yeah.
But Lavonte goes and he's just dominating, bro. Like doesn't know a whole lot about the defense. Like he knows enough clearly or they wouldn't have put him in.
Right.
But he's like his learning curve, like he's like learning on the run because we do so many checks, so many tendency oriented things. And the dude's just like unblockable, like a savage. We go out to Washington and he dominates. He's slipping through blocks. You're able to blitz him. Coach is kind of learning, like I'm sitting with Eck on the plane ride back and he's talking up about how good Lavonte is. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck, man, is there a chance that like I'm not even going to be the guy when I get back healthy? I'm doing everything I can to get healthy, but you can't like rush a broken bone. And then we play Kansas State. National game, Thursday night game. You're wreaking havoc. All these things to where when I come back and I'm healthy, I'm sitting in the linebacker room and coach just ain't like, he's not talking to me, but Lavonte's the focal point. And I'm just thinking like, damn, like nobody sits you down. Nobody says anything. Nobody talks about the changes that are going to happen. Like it's just, this is Lavonte's defense. This is Lavonte's spot. And obviously looking back, Lavonte's Lavonte. But I remember that time and like there were frustrations, but it was like, just because again, you're not like communicating like, oh, my spot's gone.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, bro, you was upbeat towards me the whole time. Like you stayed the same the whole time. And like, that's kind of like what I really respected. Like you was like, man, I can't wait to get out there with you, man. I can't wait to get out there with you. I remember when it first happened and I came to see you and you was crying and all that. You remember in the training room? Yeah. I'm like, damn.
I was broken, bro.
Yeah. Cause it was like a Thursday, bro. Like a couple days before a game, you hyped up, you excited, and then that happened. We had
a hell of an offseason. Again, I like spot started my freshman year, but I wasn't like the guy.
Yeah.
And you're kind of motivated going into that second one, like this is it. Like starting in Nebraska, sophomore year. And we ran a lot of one linebacker stuff, but you you kind of opened the gates for
the 2 linebackers.
Yeah, you could play in 2 linebackers.
Right.
Like so, Lavonte's good enough. He could play the fast cover, man to man.
And that's one thing that kind of like, I told you, like that offseason, I went and talked to them. I'm like, no, I don't want to be the only linebacker on the field no more. I want to be 2 linebackers. And that's when they moved me to the dime backer and you was the Mike. So
I know, but we had so many good times, man. We dive into a lot of it in the episode, but we forgot to, not like forgot, but it's almost like kind of wrapping a bow on your entire career.
I remember when y'all used to pick on me when I used to call the stretches. And you used to pick on me about the...
As we're going... I'll be honest. As we're going through the interview and everything that is STR is SK and structure, I would go up to... Boogie was his nickname in college to us. And I would go up to Boogie, whether after practice or we're in the locker room, and he would obviously make me laugh. And I would just like put my phone up to record on my back. Hey, say,
just do that a lot. Like, what are you doing?
Say stretch. Be like, scratch. Matter of fact, I want to take a pause. I want to see if I can find it.
He used to do all this type of stuff. Just record me for no reason. Like, bro,
Bro. So many.
While he's searching for that, Lavonte, do you have any other Will stories that, whether it's in the locker room, chilling at his house, that are safe to tell?
Will was a wild guy. I remember one time the party thing. He was throwing a house party at his house, and like he had this big ass cooler. You know, like I'm like, what you doing with this cooler? And he got a bunch of ice and just started mixing all the alcohols and stuff in it. You remember that? You remember that, mixing up all the alcohols and the juices and stuff like that? And like, I don't even remember what happened that night, but I know it was probably a wild night. Like, that was my first time ever seeing that. You got all this alcohol, just like, fuck it, we finna hang out tonight. And I'm like, damn, Will, this how you hang out, man.
Jungle juice.
Man.
Willie White Boy.
Yeah.
First ever recorded voice memo on my phone.
You still got that?
Yeah, bro. October 28th, 2010. Listen to this.
No, come here. Come here. Come here. All right, here we go. So you gotta say it loud. Stretch. Scratch.
That was the voice memo. He said, man, no, come here. Man, we had so many good times, bro. So many good times. A couple things we got to hit before we get into the interview. Spring tour, we're rocking. We're going to Texas Tech this week. Next week, we are going to Notre Dame in Miami. There could be a couple more schools in the works right now, but the boys are going to be hitting the road. We'll be doing interviews. We'll be basically immersing ourselves into the team's culture while we're there. The teams are already setting stuff up for us. If you want a great look at what that vlog or what that content is going to be like, the best example to use is Oregon last year, bro. We go and
I'm aware.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm aware.
You checked it out.
I did.
We go and we sit in the meetings.
Yeah.
We go and participate in the weight room. Like we get a little fit. Can't hang with the young cats anymore. We go and we get involved in the practice field. You saw my one-on-one, I'm sure.
I think we talked about it after.
Yeah, I'm sure you hit me up. Probably like your old man talking about angles. Yeah, look.
Will, like, you know the running back's first route on a linebacker in one-on-ones. Like, you should know that. You've been in the league for a while. Like, you should know what's going to happen.
The problem was I did know. I even told the fellas before the rep started, I'm like, he's going to want to beat me in front of all the team. He's going to want to shake me and get to the inside. So I just got to sit low hip, inside, stay sturdy.
Yeah.
Not let my base get wide. Base got wide.
Yeah.
I started reaching.
You definitely reached. I think you should just let him go after he beats you. But when you reaching, trying to hit him and like slow him up, and kind of like,
because I'm still thinking maybe I can grab his hip. Maybe I can still get back in the game. Maybe I can still get back in the rep.
Yeah. But
maybe I'll get mine.
I'll say like that's what a 19, 20-year-old kid, you 30 plus. So like I'll give you the edge on that. Like you tried, you touched them. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Pretty good.
I am washed. Like that's
Look at you,
you're washed now.
Yeah.
You think you can still do it? Just literally right after a season. Like we're out there waving the flag.
I see. You look good. You always look the part. I tell you that. You always look like a ball player.
I appreciate that, man.
You had some good swag, but
keep going.
That right there, there's not much. And you, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a flag.
Why? For what? A flag on you?
I forget. PI. Push off. No. Yeah, look, I got dusted. Hips, look, I got my fucking muffin top. Hips were never that great, man.
You embarrassed Taylor that day.
Yeah. Just talking through the pain.
Yeah.
Where else? Oh, yeah. Merchandise, bwtv.com. You got a clean take? You've heard me talk about a couple clean takes. Like, it's not. Just give us a clean take, man.
Clean takes.
Could be the hair box.
The who?
Yeah, hey, or as we get into the interview, hey, shout out Kevin's Natural Foods, a clean take.
Yeah.
Being a homebody.
Shout out Kevin's Natural Food, a clean take. Everybody go watch Harry Potter. I think it's going to be a good series.
Clean take. Yeah. Clean take. Yeah. Everybody in the comments, clean take by Lavonte.
Yeah. Sure.
And Will, shout out Form Energy and Kevin's Natural Foods for the spring tour.
Form Energy, Kevin's Natural Foods. You ever had Form Energy?
No.
It's okay if you haven't. We'll get you on it.
And as always, for
it's the best energy drink in the game.
I've never been that guy. You know.
You've never been an energy drink guy?
Nah.
You just straight water.
Straight water and go play.
I know you
I
like some
took
juice, though.
one year. I mean, I took a Red Bull, not a Red Bull, but a 5 Hour Energy when it was popping,
Yeah.
and I said never again.
5 Hour Energy with the 4 Loco.
No, never that. But 1 year I took it, and after the first quarter, I was dead. Rest of the game, and like I was kind of like terrified because I could barely breathe. I was extremely tired, and I was like, I
Yeah.
would never do this again. So
Just dragging ass.
yeah, that's why I was like, I would never take an energy drink or nothing like that again.
They had a run there for a second. Now this is clean energy. This
Clean
is
energy.
this
Okay.
is from green tea.
Okay,
So this is some good stuff.
gotcha.
So you like it.
Gotcha.
You like it. We do have, I know you're retired, so looking into your future, we have an internship program that just got announced. We're taking on 2 production interns, 2
Okay.
social interns,
Okay,
a graphics intern.
gotcha.
I'm sure we'll have this stuff on the screen and how you can apply.
Yeah,
Put your what you're looking to do, what brand in our ecosystem you're looking to work with in the subject line. For the dads, Bussin with the Boys, locker room. You got the eyes right now, Mitch. Inside the bus, inside the bus, inside the bus. But maybe we'll bring in a talent intern.
yeah. Maybe I'll
And
get
you
into
could-
that.
It's a summer internship program.
Yeah,
Be here a couple months.
I like my summers, so I don't know.
Get to work with the best.
Yeah,
You can stay at my
I'll
house.
just be around you. I think that'll be cool.
Bro,
Kind of relive the old days, me come to your house and stuff like that.
yeah, I took care of you
It was okay. It was a good time.
at times.
Yeah, it was.
At
it
times.
was
I
a good
looked
time.
out for you.
Your spot was my getaway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gonna feel good.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
that's he's speaking facts though.
Yeah.
Like, he want to stay focused, the straight and narrow. Let's get around some Willy C. Unless we got the jungle juice
Yeah.
popping,
Talk-
then
talk-
it was
yeah.
then we would have a night.
Talk ball, get ready for the season. But it was fun, bro. It was fun. College was fun.
College was a great
I really
time.
do think I wish we could have took some trips together though in college, like those breaks, spring breaks, and stuff like that.
Bro.
Memorial weekend, things like that.
Yeah.
I wish we could have did that.
But it kind of made us operate the way we operated.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I never did we never did the spring break trips.
never
Like
did it.
guys would take the bus and go to Panama City. There are some
I think-
FOMO that I had that where I look back like, man, I wish I'd have been a little.
I think you
had a
mentioned
little more
Lakes of the
fun.
Ozarks before. Remember? I think so. Like when they used to do the boats and stuff down there.
Yeah,
I think
Lake
you
of the
mentioned that.
Ozarks.
Yeah, I think you did mention that before.
Because I had a couple of buddies that did like bachelor parties down
Yeah.
there where I got away and went
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
But none to where it was like get some of the Nebraska boys.
Yeah.
Let's go out to the lake for the weekend.
yeah.
We would do like cookouts and stuff.
We did that. Yeah, we went to X crib before.
X crib, that's like a linebacker.
Yeah,
That's like within the team.
right.
Tim Marlowe would put something together. He'd get out in them American Speedos,
Yeah.
USA Speedos.
Oh, we did do that before. That's my first time trying the links, sausage links.
Yeah.
What are they called? Brats.
Yeah, bratwurst.
Yeah, bratwurst.
Brats,
Those, yeah. Those was really, really good. And my first time playing cornhole with the guys, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because we go out to what was it? CJ Zimmer's house?
Yeah.
Was it CJ Zimmer? I can't remember. But yeah, we had some good times, man. This interview is awesome. Fellas, anything else that we need to hit before we dive in? This interview with Lavonte is awesome. Again, it's me, Lavonte, and Taylor. We're ripping for about 2 hours. Taylor has to make a flight. Boogie and I kick it for another 30 minutes. We talk Nebraska. We talk career. We talk snubs. We talk everything, I feel like. We dive in deep. Buccaneer fans, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
Nebraska fans, you're going to love it. Back-to-back weeks. Cam Jurgens, now Lavonte David.
Yes, sir. Husker. all
Kuechly FaceTimes in.
Kuechly,
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly
Yeah,
FaceTimes
Luke,
in. We
yeah.
talk about 2013 Defensive Player of the
the
Year.
way. Yeah.
It's a good time. Make sure you subscribe. I encourage you all to subscribe. Go Big Red. Big hugs, tiny kisses.
Proud of this guy right here, man. I ended with that. I'm proud of this guy, man. Love the success you've been having. Really enjoy watching you, bro. Outside of football, your life as a dad, as a husband, it's pretty good to see.
We dive into fatherhood.
Yeah,
Not to shy away from your compliments. I appreciate you. I love you, bro.
yeah,
I love you.
Love you too,
There's a lot
bro.
of love on this pod.
Yeah.
A lot of love on this pod, man.
yeah.
Just some young jits. Now we're grown. Start off as young jits in Nebraska, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, watch the interview. Watch the interview.
Shit, that's good.
All right, before we get into the interview, we got to shout out one of our partners, one of our sponsors, Jim Beam. So you'll do this top part.
Yeah.
You can read it from the thing, but just have a little bit of enthusiasm.
And I'm looking at this camera.
You can look at which any camera you want, bro. This is we're all Jim Beam fans right here.
Gotcha.
You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Listen, guys, as you all know, we have entered the could be the worst time of the year. That's right. Football is over. What are we supposed to do on Sunday or Monday or Thursday? So much time, so little football.
Whoa. Easy now. Just because football is over, the hang doesn't have to stop. Because believe it or not, there's still a ton of stuff to be excited for. Basketball, hockey, tennis, baseball, and soccer right here in the good old US of A. All to be enjoyed with a crisp, delicious, and oh so refreshing Jim Beam and lemonade.
I get it. It's like you're talking to the lemon of football being over and turning into a lemonade.
Correction. I'm taking the lemon of football being over and turning it into Jim Beam and lemonade, baby. Because Beam and lemonade is always the right call. It's light flavor, it's refreshing, and so delicious. No matter what you and your boys are watching.
You're so right. Because at the end of the day, no matter what sport you're pivoting to this offseason, it'll be the best enjoyed together.
Let's get into the interview. You crushed it. Guys, as always, this interview is brought to us by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is always brewed with 4 simple ingredients for a clean, crisp taste. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL Draft, UFC, which is now on Paramount Plus. And Bud Light partners include Peyton Manning, George Kittle, Baker Mayfield, Emmitt Smith, Shane Gillis, Post Malone, Dustin Poirier, Bruce Buffer, the voice of the UFC, and of course, Bussin With The Boys. Stock up now on Bud Light. Head to www.budlight.com/locator to find a store near you. Ladies and gentlemen,
take a deep breath. I need something out of here. I need to talk about Bruce Buffer. I need this introduction to be
that's what I'm saying. Like I was telling you before, Lavonte got on the bus. Like Lavonte, as far as surface level accolades, as far as those go, it's not like the deepest list. Like if you're going to be in the woods of Lavonte David going to the Hall of Fame, it's all of these details inside of statistics that you would need from, which I did last time he came on, which by the way, you guys could all check out the episode when we had him on Zoom. You've been on, what time is this for you coming on the bus?
Total probably about 4.
Yeah. 3rd or 4th time?
Probably about 4.
Yeah. Cause he was
in person though.
Yeah.
In person, we did a one-on-one.
We did a one-on-one. I came on here with Leonard. I think Leonard
Vita
was
Bay.
that with Vita.
That's right. I was there for that.
And then the Zoom. And so, this would be his 4th appearance.
Yeah,
but for that particular episode that you're talking about, like it's almost like, it's like getting in the gutter of what makes Lavonte David great.
Well, people say when the casual fan goes, well, Lavonte, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. That's the stats you're going to look at and be like, hey, let me tell you why you're dumb for even saying that.
Yes.
And then you point out all the stats why he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That being said, let's pretend like he wasn't sitting here just talking to us a second ago. Please introduce our guest.
So the guest that we were having on is a very special guest. Future, there will be a group, a circle that will be pushing Lavonte David to the Hall of Fame. He played at Miami Northwestern at a high school, predominant, an alpha dog in high school football, one of 13 guys that got scholarships to the University of Miami, not Lavonte David. Lavonte David went the JUCO route, went to Fort Scott in Kansas for a couple years, played Cam Newton in the national championship, was one of the best recruits coming out of JUCO, got offered, picked up by the Nebraska Cornhuskers, played there a couple years, number 2 on the all-time leading list in tackles right behind Barrett Root, who played 4 years at Nebraska. Lavonte would have smoked it had he played 4 years. No disrespect to Barrett Root, he is the king.
But kind of disrespect to Barrett Root.
Drafted in the 2nd round of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when everybody thought, could this guy, Lavonte, he always wanted to play 10 years in the NFL. Now, 14 years later, one of the most respected defensive players in the history of the NFL, the most underrated defensive player that will ever play in the NFL. Everybody give it up for Lavonte David.
I know this podcast has been for a minute. We've had this kind of dialed in. Like, is he going to retire? If he does, he'll come on then. But for this to get kind of done in the last 72 hours and you get a flight to come up, for you to come up with that, no notes, no nothing. Incredible.
Wait till I have the notes. Last time when I was ripping through all that, when there was one category where it was like, what was it? Tackles, interceptions, tackles for loss, 3 players ever, Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, and Lavonte David.
Right.
Like you get into the weeds. It's, people are going to be battling for Lavonte David come 5 years from now.
That's an amazing intro, man. I got to give you a lot of credit, a lot of props on that. That was great. I appreciate you, bro. let me ask you, do you, how
How proud of yourself are you before I start talking about how proud everybody else is?
You know me, Will. I don't indulge in that stuff. I don't really think about. I'm not that much into myself as far as like the accolades and what I've done, you know, when I'm in it. But now that I'm actually out of it, I can kind of like sit back and kind of like see and, you know, really like understand what I've done, because it's getting thrown at me all damn day, all the damn time. So now it's like I could just sit back and like bask in what I actually done, and it's pretty fucking cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Like I can really sit back and say the years that I played in this league, I was pretty dominant when I played the game. So definitely like pat myself on the back for that.
Dog, like legitimately, I was thinking about it last week when I'm just seeing the timeline of everybody. You know, you have your press conference.
Yeah.
You're seeing any writer, anybody that's known you come out and have this write-up on like the man you are, the teammate you are, or teammate you were, like how you played the game, all that stuff that you just alluded to how dominant you are on the field. And I'm like sitting back, and I remember I'm driving home last week and I'm just smiling thinking like, bro, you did it.
Yeah.
Like for real did it. Like we're all fired up. Like we all played out our dream, right?
Right.
But you sitting there, it's like when I was a teammate with you for those couple years at Nebraska and knowing like we talked about the NFL.
Yeah.
I remember asking you like how long with me, you, Zoe Whaley, Sean Fisher, shout out the boys. But we're talking about how long we'd want to play if we got to play in the NFL. You saying 10 years, and you saying it with like this confidence, but no ego, just like this innocence about you of like, oh, I'd love to play like 10 years in the NFL. And I know like us and Eck and Els and people just being like, oh, this dude could do it.
Yeah.
It just depends on opportunity, situation, because you were like an undersized cat.
For sure.
And then you get drafted in the second round, and knowing you've played 14 fucking years, bro, at the highest level.
Yeah.
And what everybody responding the way they are about you, it's like, you're just sitting back knowing like we were in the circle, like we were in those trenches together in college, being like, man, he really was Lavonte the whole time. Like we'd always joke about you. I'll call you like, you know, Ed Reed. You never cared about all the public perception, anything. You just wanted to play football.
That's it.
Nat, you'd have the nappy hair. You'd have everything that just said like, this dude's just all about ball.
Yeah.
And to know that you played 14 years, seeing the way everybody speaks about you, like, dude, I'm so proud of you. Everybody's so proud of you. Husker fans, Tampa Bay fucking loves you. Like, bro, you're going to have a statue, I'm sure, at some point. You know what I mean? Like, you're cemented in football eternity at Fort Scott, at Miami Northwestern, at Nebraska, at Tampa Bay. Whether or not it happens, like, everybody's going to be arguing for you about the Hall of Fame, but bro, you did it. And everybody's so proud of you. And you got emotional talking about your parents. And I was telling Taylor when I was just like, I'm just so fired up for Lavonte. I was like, dog, I just remember his dad. Like we were in the hall, and I want to say your portrait went up for the All-Americans. Your sister, like everybody was there. Your nephew that you loved, that you were all about, that you protected or looked out for. Your dad was there. And I just remember talking to your dad about, I was talking about the things that you were really good at, stuff that like, I'm like, these are the areas where I need to prove, whether it's tackling in space, covering one-on-ones, like you could do it all. And your dad would just say like, you know, he like pulled me aside. He's like, it's all angles. Like we'd be in the backyard, we'd be working angles. Like it's just, you know, it's a math problem out there. You're just working on an angle to get there. And I'm sitting there thinking like, just smiling because it's like, I'm with you. Like the angle shit is still hard to do, but you could just tell he was just so proud of you. And dog, I'm just fired up for you, man.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that was my guy, my dad. You talking about my dad, man. He one kind of got me started in football after, you know, just watching my cousins play and things like that. And that's really true. Like really, like every time I miss a tackle, he'll come down, angle, take the proper angle. You're not taking the proper angles, and it stuck. Like that's how like every time I'm in, like when I playing football, like if I'm in space and stuff like that, I really do think about my angles.
Let me ask you this, Gigi. We all of us being in the space of football, and kind of like anytime you have an accomplishment individually or as a team, it's like a 24-hour rule where you're like, you sit there and you're like, hey, that was awesome. Look what we did. Look what I accomplished, whatever it was. And then as athletes, you're just like, okay, how do I like either replicate that or do better than that? And now you get to the end of the tunnel. You're sitting there, you're doing your press conference, you're getting emotional over your daughter, which I think anybody with a daughter sits there and watches you and clearly gets emotional as well just watching the clip. You leave that, it's been like a week. What is the first thing that came into your head of like, hey, it's pretty dope that this happened? Because there's you like all the things that Will's talking about, your guys' relationship, being in the trenches, Tampa Bay, being cemented in all these other spots. Like, what was one of those first things that hit you like, I'm retired and it's so sick that if I didn't do this or if I didn't accomplish it, maybe it wouldn't have gone the way I wanted, or just like some sort of reflection that, hey, this is like the first thing I'm kind of staring at, like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Like, yo, I am him.
Yo, I not only I am him, but like, dude, it's like there's tall people, there's athletic people, there's strong people. Is like
white
everyone's
people,
got there's
people.
white people. Yeah, exactly. Like everyone has like certain attributes that can get them to the place that we've all been able to like be grateful enough to get to.
Right.
But very rarely is it getting there, sustaining a career, and then having the career that you did.
Yeah.
And so dude, like you did it. Mm-hmm. And so like, what was like one of those first things you sit back after the press conference? You're like, I can't believe I did this shit.
Oh, you know? Man, bro, I could take you back to JUCO, to be honest. Like after everything ended, like I texted my JUCO coach, told him I don't have a great relationship with my JUCO coach. You know the stories about me and JUCO and stuff like that. And I just kind of sit back and think like, damn, like I went through a lot in JUCO, and it's been times where I quit when I was in JUCO, and because of the stuff that we was going through. But like as it all unfolds and everything plays out, the stuff that I went through in JUCO, I feel like wholeheartedly got me to where I'm at right now today. Just because like the discipline, the drive, the determination, and just hearing my coach all the time cursing me out and stuff like that, I think that's what really drove me to like, it was in a sense is like trying to prove to him that no, I'm a bad motherfucker on the field and stuff like that. And then like just like the story, like when we had done we did a conditioning test, and I'm on the ground crawling, he calling me all type of names, calling me soft and this and that. And at the time, I'm pissed about it, obviously, but like that right there really like drove me to like literally like just be the best every time I'm out there on the field, because this one dude called me a soft MF, and it's like that kind of like stuck me the whole way. But in the day, like I really appreciate him for it. Like, man, Coach Jeff Sims, like he was on Last Chance U. If you guys watch it, he's one of those hard, tough coaches. And like I told him, man, like, great, I really appreciate you, man. You got something out of me that I never thought I had in me, in a sense, because like playing at Miami Northwestern, we was always praised, we was always hyped up and stuff like that. Never really got yelled at as a player and stuff like that, because I was always, a good, I guess I would say. But that moment right there kind of like told me like, oh no, like nah, this is something like you gotta pick your shit up and like go, bro. Like you gotta
nothing else just to prove this coach wrong.
In a sense, I didn't want to say that, but in a sense, it was like that.
Oh, I feel like we've all got situations where it's like one guy said one thing to me, and it might have just been another day to him, but like that was the one thing that's like, oh, 10 years from now, he's gonna realize how dumb he sounded from that moment right there.
But it was all coming from like a good place, you know, knowing if you get a chance to know him, like he does that to almost all his players. But I just took it personal, just because like I guess I wanted to take it personal. Like I didn't want to be there in the first place. Like I was jealous, obviously, because all my boys went to big schools. I felt like I was good enough to go to a big school, and I'm here stuck at a JUCO. And like just being there and just going through that, it just kind of like drove me to a different level.
Of all the things that it's like, what was like a reflective moment after you retire and everything else, like all the things you accomplished, and what goes into Lavonte's head is, I proved that motherfucker wrong.
Which I feel like is like one of the best mentalities you can have.
But the thing is, like, bro, he's one of my biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of my biggest fans. Like, I got a lot of respect for Jeff Sims, man. He's definitely a respectable guy. And like, I was one of the leaders on that team. It's like he just drove me out of my comfort zone. And me being an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, I didn't, my first time out of Miami, like I didn't, I was one of the, the best players on the team. Like, and it's just like, he just drove me to a different level. And that just stuck with me throughout. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as I got older, I went through college and stuff like that. I learned different things, but that kind of was like one of the most driving forces that wanted me to like get out there and be able to make it.
What was some of the shit that you were going through in JUCO? Because I get it. Like he woke up something in you that you kind of took personal. There are a multitude of ways of like coaching and getting the most out of guys without just being a straight up asshole. Yeah. But like, what were some of the stuff or the shit that you was going through in JUCO? Are you in the, BK went there, Yoshi went there.
Yeah. Stanley. It just, bro, like the food wasn't good. Like we barely ate. The town was small. It was probably like 3 maybe four restaurants and things like that, and then just the main thing was just like the whole rule. The main rule in JUCO is like at the time you can only have 12 out-of-state players on the roster, and I didn't know this. And they bring in like 50 plus players from out of state, so I got to compete and battle with all these guys. And then like some of my training and stuff like that, it used to be like a little rodeo arena in there. So sometimes you just go in there and have to wrestle guys in your position group and things like that. And bro,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, you had to wrestle guys.
They're
And
malnourished and
Just,
they're
like,
making them wrestle.
just open the gates, send 2 guys in. Like, once everyone comes out, it's got a spot in the team.
yeah, man, yeah, it was
We
brutal,
didn't eat
man.
very much food. Like,
Yeah,
they
bro.
just had us like in this room
Yeah,
and we had to
man.
wrestle.
It was brutal, bro. It's a bunch of stories, man. But it is definitely.
What's the craziest, bro?
the craziest?
Now
story?
that you're out of it, like, are we talking? You got me thinking it's like Dark Knight where he breaks a stick. He's like, all right, one of you guys are gonna walk out of this
Yeah, the
room.
Joker. Yeah.
Bro, I remember one time, we in spring, and we were doing conditioning in spring. We had to run 5 miles, like we just thinking it's regular conditioning, right? The whole team running, and we had to run 5 miles to like this little lake or whatever. And we get to the lake, and we like, okay, we here, and we think everybody just gonna get a ride back, or we're gonna find our way back. And we get there, he give a little speech, and it was like, okay, now here we go. I'm gonna point out each guy. You got to battle a certain guy. You got to wrestle a certain guy, and that guy gets a ride back. So we're like, what the fuck?
Hang on, 5 miles?
Yeah, it
You
was
ran
5
5 miles.
Yeah.
Everybody gets there. He gives a speech.
Yeah,
All right, now we're gonna go one-on-one.
1-on-1, and
Whoever
whoever
wins
wins, get a ride back on the truck.
No shit.
Yes, yes, bro.
There's one kid on that team that was like a all-state wrestler. He's like, I'm getting this fucking ride back. Yeah.
It is. And I remember this guy, his last name was Sanchez. He played safety for us, and he was a wrestler, and you could tell like he was ready for it. And he played safety, and he ended up winning. And he ended up getting that ride back. And did I win in my group? Did I win? I don't know. And it was kind of weird because like you going against dudes who like you're really like you tight with your homeboys.
You know he didn't win.
I guess he did.
He telling this story. If he would have won, he knew.
Yeah, I
he
got
won.
that ride back.
Yeah, yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
honestly, I believe I did win. I mean, I hit up Coach Sims and asked him, but I think I did win, bro. It's just so much stuff.
What
bro.
happened to the guys who didn't win? They had to walk
We
back.
had to
or-
walk back. We'll meet you back at the facility.
You remember that walk?
But yeah, bro. I'm just thinking about some of the stories that you'd hear in JUCO and
Yeah.
stuff that people like, that shit
Yeah.
that like that stuff like that's found out in real time right
Yeah.
now. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
so viral
Right.
over the
Oh,
internet.
don't
for
get me
sure.
wrong,
But even
though,
like Last Chance you'd watch that and be like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like somebody had their phone out when coach was giving the speech when they're at the lake. We just
Right.
ran 5 miles and this is what this motherfucker talking about.
Right, exactly. Someone's on live.
Yeah.
Exactly. That would be absolutely nuts. Was that when you first got there?
This is my second year there.
Second year there.
That spring.
That spring. So you
Yeah.
kind of understood what
I
the
understood
expectation
already,
was at that
yeah.
point. You knew what
Yeah.
these coaches were going to do.
Yeah, I kind of like had a good freshman year, and I became like emerged as the leader or whatever. And then like from that point on, it's like all eyes on me, like what I'm doing, what Lavonte doing, and stuff like that. So it's like I was expected to win, like I was expected to do certain things, and Coach Sims pushed me that way. So I got a lot of respect for that, man.
How do you feel when a coach and a team has that expectation on you? Because clearly playing 14, 15 years? 14 years in the league. God, 15 would have been nice.
Yeah, that's
15
kind of what
would've
I'm
been nice. Yeah, you kinda, you want
tied
more?
with Derrick Brooks for all-time tackles.
Right.
Like they're
You
tied.
can't just go
Yeah.
get one more
Yeah.
game in. But when you're young
Yeah.
and whatever happens in high school that makes you have to go the JUCO route and you're kind of being thrusted into a position because you came from a high school that had a lot
Yeah.
of great players. Or it's like, this is the guy everyone needs to watch.
Right.
The expectation is on him. The
Yeah.
coaches expect it. And the players are now, there's players that are watching you and admiring you, but there's
Yeah.
also players that are watching and being like, man, fuck Lavonte. I am just as good as him. Because there's always that like,
Yeah.
the what is it? The thief of joy is comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
And so like when you're going through that, which essentially is like the first time,
Right.
what is it like for you going into your second year
Yeah.
with all those expectations on you? Was there that level of anxiety or you're like ready to answer the bell?
Yeah.
You knew this was like, I just need to get through this period of my life so I can get to essentially Nebraska.
Honestly, bro, I needed to get through it. So it's like one of those, like I need to do whatever it takes to get through it. Like I remember because of the success I had my freshman year, I knew it was going to be a lot of, like knowing Coach Sims and the staff that he put together, I knew it was going to be a lot on me. So I remember like going through that first summer, and I was crawling, bawling my eyes out, couldn't finish the condition test. Like the first thing I did as soon as I got home during the break was just ran. It was a block. I stayed on the street, so I ran the block like 5 miles every day. Like I ran, not 5 miles, but I ran around the block maybe like 4 times every day. And, you know, my homeboys could attest to this. Like I was running just so I wouldn't go through that no more. And, you know, when I got back that summer to do the same test, like it was kind of like Sims looking at me like, okay, let's see what he got now. Let's see if he went home and did what he's supposed to do to, you know, kind of like kick this test ass. And bro, I did exactly that. I was coming in first on everyone. I was, you know, killing it. And like, mind you, as a freshman, you couldn't drink water while you're doing the test. So this time I was able to get my water bottle and be able to, you know, kill a test. And like from that point on, he kind of like knew that I was like really dedicated and focused. So he kind of like put that leader role on me. And like I feel like I handled it well because like I wanted to get in and get out of it. I didn't want to, you know, hear his nagging, hear his bugging, you know, just be a great leader and like make sure everybody doing what they're supposed to do to be able to just, you know, get the fuck on from this, man.
Yeah, it's like brutal. Almost at that point, like I gotta do what I'm expected to do, so I don't have to hear any noise from anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
At that
One
point,
of those things.
which essentially is just breeding you into a better leader.
Exactly, bro.
Probably feels like you're just in prison. You're just like, I gotta get the fuck
Sounds
out.
like he's in fucking prison. All right, here we go, fellas.
Hey,
We're gonna fight. Yeah, whoever wins gets a ride home.
Really.
This dude's like, he's in Holes. The movie Holes.
Yeah. Hey, we got our condition test freshman. If you're a freshman, you get no water.
Yeah. Like giving everybody the heads up before.
Just to go to Nebraska and what? You failed the beep test, right?
Oh, shut the hell up. But yeah, I did fail the beep test.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Failed the beep test?
I failed the beep test, bro.
It's so funny too, like the brain firing on this episode right now. We talked about this on when we were on Zoom last time.
Yeah. Oh no, but we didn't talk to it in this much depth because I'm just trying to really I'm just trying to reflect.
Yeah.
Just trying to reflect and have fun.
The beat, like,
because I failed that shit too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I know you said that on the Zoom.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect.
We walked through what the beep test was.
I didn't know what to expect in the beep test. I just thought like, beep, just go, take off. I didn't know it was a strategy behind it. Like once I'm doing it, like I'm looking back at guys, I'm like, why they jogging? Like I gotta, you know, get coming from JUCO, what I went through. I'm like, I gotta kill this. But that's not the great strategy when you're running the beep test. You got to start off slow, have a good pace, and you know I kind of like overthought it. And you know, next day I had to do it again, and shit, I killed it that time. So I was good.
That anxiety though, when you don't do well on a test and you have to do it again, or when you do a test the first time and you know it was a motherfucker. And when we would do 300 tests at Michigan, like I knew I would pass the test, but the day we're doing the test, like that morning, you're like sick to your stomach. 300 yard shuttles. With Rich Rodriguez, we would do 25 and back,
which kills your
legs,
bro.
Which is murder, bro. You do 2 of those. So then when we had, because that was Mike Barwis, and then it was Aaron Wellman, and we would have the test, but it'd be 60 and back. Yeah. So it'd be down, back, down, back, down. That's how I always did in my head. I was like, down, back, down, back, down. That last 3 is easy because you say it faster. Yeah. And that's like how my brain would like process it. Like down, back, that's the hardest part. Down, back, down, it's way faster. Yeah. But like it would be like, they would give you a longer break, like a 2.5 minute rest. And you would think to yourself like, oh, my lungs feel great. But that second 300, your legs, because of the break, your legs are just dying or dudes are falling out. And then I had this, I mean, it clearly was ego, but like, I am not going to let these guys know that like my legs hurt. Yeah. And I would walk over to guys who are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get stand up, like all the things. But in my brain, I'm like, I would do anything to lay down right now.
I remember I did that one time. My boys had it in the league. They had it for their condition testing league. And I just did it with them just to do it. And they was doing 50 and back. And I'm like, bro, this is y'all got, bro. This is crazy. Like,
bro, some of the conditioning tests out there are wild. Like we would have it either be 3 300s or 6 150s on the shuttles. Yeah. And like this would just be in the part of our workout program. And then you know when you have like the 4-hour window in OTAs when you're in kind of phase 1. Right. But we would do all of our stuff on the field. We do our field work, then do conditioning where let's just say it was the 6 150s. You do 6 150s with 25-yard back increments.
Right. You used in the NFL?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro, our first strength coach was a psychopath. And then they coined it, they made this up. Like now that I've talked with like all the boys back in Washington, like this was made up, but they called it Russian volume training. To where, say we do all of our on-field workouts, we do our conditioning of like the 6 150s would be the conditioning or 3 300-yard shuttles. And then you know how you have that window of like 20 to 30 minutes to go back in the locker room, pound a shake, do whatever, and then you're in the weight room to do weight room stuff. Right. And then right after that, we'd have like a Russian volume training day to where you're squatting and it'd be like 10 sets of 12, 10, 8. Then you go back up to 10, down to 8, down to 6. Six sets of squats. Like volume training.
Yeah.
And where you're not like, when we came from Nebraska, like Dobson, you had everything kind of mapped out, like what your 1RM was.
Dobson's a hell of a coach.
Everything mapped out to where there's a science, there's a goal for everything that you're doing. When I was in Washington my first year, there was none of that. You basically just get on the rack that has 315 or work out on the rack that has 225, and then you and a few of the boys would add whatever you want to add. So you're just in there fucking dying, bro. Yeah. First year I got like tendonitis in both knees. I had Achilles tendonitis later in the year.
I bet.
Like and on practice squad, we'd have Saturdays where you go in early in the morning.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, bro. And we'd be having to push heavy ass sleds, carrying stuff over our head, like row the boat type shit. Yeah. It was brutal. Our conditioning test for that particular strength coach, I won't out his name, but
you can look it up.
Our conditioning test was like 10 to 12 full gassers. And in between each gasser, you'd have a minute rest. But 45 seconds of the minute rest, you'd have to plank. So you'd run the gasser and then you get on the sideline, you get down in a plank position for 45 seconds. Then he lets you know when it's 15 seconds is up, you stand up and get ready to run the gasser again. I'd be in Missouri with my brother Wyatt. Yeah. Wyatt would be timing me because I was so stressed about this fucking conditioning test. So I'm thinking, this is it. You don't, I mean, you guys know you don't make the conditioning test, like they'll weed you out.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Especially in college, when you first get to college, like that winter conditioning, it's just, hey, all the new introductory guys that came in for winter, like the freshmen, they're going to find out who really wants it, and you happen to just be a stray that's taking place as well. Like you're like a junior, like what the fuck is happening?
Or there'd be like 350, or there'd be all these plates on the prowler, and we get in, and this is a Saturday morning one for the P squad guys. You start in the end zone, you go all the way down the goal line, like the hash line all the way from one sideline to the other, and you'd do a snake. So every 5 yards, you had to like take a plate off and you're pushing the prowler all the way till you get to the 50-yard line. And then you like lighten something out or do something where you come back. And it was...
This the league?
This is the league, bro.
That's just crazy.
One Saturday morning was called 14 different ways to pass out. And it'd be stuff with the belt on you to where you're doing the weight behind you where you're running or you're backpedaling or you're lunging with a 135-pound bar.
Yeah.
Pushing the prowler.
That's worse than my JUCO days.
Like you get the 135-pound bar after you did lunges all the way 50 yards. Yeah. Then you sit on the ground, you have a little bit of rest, but then you have to situate yourself to do floor press, and we're on the AstroTurf. But get it up on you, you're doing floor press for an amount. 14 different ways to pass out.
Was that harder than Nebraska?
Yes. Because to me, there was
things
no...
you're telling me, like legit, like I remember that in college. Like those insane over the top, like at Michigan, we would do winter, like during our winter conditioning, when we just came back from winter break or the bowl game or whatever, we would have the 5 a.m.s and you'd walk outside and the anxiety of the whole team would take place because there'd be cones in there that had like stations. Yeah. And there'd be cones in one area. And you don't know exactly, like you see a bunch of cones, you don't know exactly what you're doing. Then there'd be like mats with just a towel and tape around it, and another mat with tires. Yeah. And you would literally go and they're like, you and I would lay next to each other and we would both hold the towel, and it's like they're going to blow the whistle and whoever comes up with the towel is the winner.
Dude, I remember that shit.
I remember being a freshman and we were on the side. There was like a redshirt junior, he was a man. Yeah. All right. I'm 18 years old, fresh 18. This kid's 21, 22. He can legally drink. He can serve our country. He can do all the things. And we go on the mat. He comes up. He like picks me up and elbows me in the temple. And I woke up later. And the trainer was like, "Yeah, you were knocked out." What? Multiple guys.
Was this on purpose?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know that like that winter conditioning was, you just be dead after it.
Bro, what's your knockout number?
3, 4. I've always said that.
I personally, I feel like, because with Dobson, like we'd have you, whether it's called county fair, GPP, like there'd be those days GPP for rips. Sure. Yeah. But I feel like in the NFL, the like science and structure behind it was there was no real science behind it versus just like killing the guys. Like in college, I feel like there is a method to that madness with having those hard days, especially in the wintertime, because we wouldn't condition with Dobson throughout winter training. We'd start conditioning
with the coaches and stuff, right? Then
we do like drills, like football drills with the coaches. But as far as like quarters, all the conditioning stuff, that was mainly the summertime where you'd ramp up.
Right.
There would always be a goal to something. Whereas when I'm experiencing this for my first year in the NFL, I'm like, yo, this is different shit, bro.
Right. Trying to scare you out of it.
I'm my rookie
And I'm
year.
thinking, yo, this is stupid. You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you.
Like as somebody who goes through a program, like you have somewhere with all like, okay, you go from college to the NFL, we're going to get even better trainers. We're going to get even better strength and conditioning program. Then you find out fairly quickly, like it ain't like that at all.
No, not all strength coaches are created equal.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying about your rookie year?
Yeah, my rookie year was in a sense like we had a new head coach coming in. It was like we kind of like our rookie class was kind of like test dummies in a sense. Like,
You had Shiano that year.
Yeah. So like our rookie class was kind of like a test dummy in a sense. So it's like essentially like it just felt like I went from college and like continuing my college career when we came in. And like the things that we did, like this when I first ran the 300-yard shuttle, everybody failed, which it was crazy. And then I remember we had to do gassers. We did gassers, and then at the end we had to get a 45-pound plate and push them across the field, like sideline to sideline. Yeah, plate pushing and stuff like that. And then it was in that same little area we had to do lunges across. Like we would push it to the hash, then we get the barbell and we got to do lunges across to the other hash. And bro, like when I say brutal, like those stuff was brutal. But it's like I'm coming straight out, so it's kind of like it felt like okay, this is what the league was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say, probably like my until BA got there, until BA got to the Bucs, I would say like that's the first time I really felt like it was a NFL vibe. You know what I mean? Like from what I hear.
You're saying when BA came, with BA you felt like it was a real NFL vibe.
Yeah, like that's in a sense like when all the stories I used to hear about how it used to be, like how practice used to be and how things used to be and stuff like that. That's when I felt like when people was telling me those stories, like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be in the league. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like people used to come to our team and they were like, bro, I hope you go to somewhere else, bro. You'll get a chance to feel like how it is to be in an NFL Foot Locker room, an NFL team and stuff like that. I'm like, and then I essentially got that feeling when BA came. So
Isn't that crazy though? Because I had people tell me that at the Titans too. My first few years, they were like, man, if you just go somewhere else, I'm telling you, it's the real NFL.
Right.
This is the NFL. Because the experiences you guys had your rookie year, like I remember going to my rookie year so stressed out about rookie minicamp and all that stuff. And then we get to, I'm like, this is the easiest thing ever. Like we would do conditioning and like during OTAs, like that Thursday, Steve Watterson, we played like ultimate football where we would draft teams and then we would just
have some fun.
We'd have a blast. You'd be like obviously tired after like you got conditioning.
Right.
But I was like, the NFL kind of fucks. And then you go 2-14, you're like, maybe we should do something different. Maybe we should lift more.
Maybe we were doing the wrong shit.
Because everyone's like, I remember being like my rookie year in the media, be like, how do you think this team's gonna be this year? I'm like, I think we're gonna be great. And I literally have no idea. But looking back, I'm like, we were gonna suck always. Like, we never had a chance with a team at all.
So you had a 2-14 season?
2-14 my first year, 3-13 my second year. I called the tackle before me, Michael Ruse, and I was like, dude, how did you do this for 10 years?
Yeah.
Like, this is miserable. I want to be done now. And he's it gets better. You just got to win.
Yeah.
Then next year we went 9-7. And it was like, I thought I won the Super Bowl. I was like, the fucking NFL is the best. So that's why I really started to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But when I'm listening to you talk about like lifting and coaches and like programs, your and I's brain are similar. Like the coach is going to tell you what to do, and you're just going to go do those things.
Just gonna do it.
This dude's brain over here is like, what is the method? Like, what's the process in which? Why am I isolating the glutes here?
Yeah, that's how
I remember doing because Dobson. Obviously, I trained with him for a couple of years, right?
Dobson was at Vandy.
He was at Vandy.
Yeah.
And they're like Rex was into the French eccentric work, and Will would essentially break down the things for me. And I'm thinking to myself, like, just put the weight on the bar. Like, what do we got to do? Oh, we're doing GPP today. It sounds like I'm going to die today. I'm going to earn a burger after this. Because I was like I was always in the camp of, if you just die in the off season, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So all the methods, and we got to ramp you up. Like, dude, just kill me so I can be born again.
Yeah.
That's what I want every single year. Because we would do the GPP.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest claim to fame was beating Dobson's ass in GPP one day.
Because we would do the GPP, which I fucking hated. I always argued against it.
Will low-key would always try to find a way to get out of it. And I'm like, bro, or this is it. This is
I'm
what
like, my knee swelled up.
Yeah, like, man,
the good thing about it, I had 1 year GPP, so I only had one spring in Nebraska, so I only did it one time. So that was good.
But we were doing the GPP, Dobson's GPP, not like the team, not like when Dob would have the guys out doing GPP.
Yeah,
because that's quarters, right?
You do quarters, but they also had the one where it was like I forget General physical preparation is the GPP. But he had something. Remember when you'd sprint, but then there'd also be a prowler station. There'd also be a pulling station.
That was my thought, because we did that with Vandy.
We did that
there was
with
that
the
one
team.
kid that was mouthing off.
Yeah. You were running next to him.
Yeah, but they were like quarters.
Yeah. There's also quarters involved.
But that's what I thought.
You do striders, you do
yeah.
20-yard get outs, like you do all this. So where we did it with the team, but we would also do GPP with Dobson. Like Dobson would just come up with whatever his workout is. That'd take him like an hour.
Yeah.
So I never want to do anything over like 25 minutes. I'm like, nah, that's just way too long.
That's the thing. You know, when the strength coaches throw stuff at you, and you're like, damn, they just throwing stuff at me, just throw stuff at us. But Derby, they actually used to do it themselves before they actually had us do it. So that's what I really like is respected about those guys. So in my mind, I'm like, shit, if they did it, you know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
It's all about, because it's all the football, it's all like ego posturing. Like, there is that level of it that takes place. There's a great question for sure for listeners that don't know what GPP is. What is GPP?
GPP is general physical preparation. It's foundational training designed to improve overall work capacity, strength, endurance, flexibility, preparing the body for more intense specific training.
That's exactly what I felt.
Yeah.
Man, there was one coach that I know did, when you said that they would trial run the GPP.
Yeah.
There was one coach, I forget who it was, but remember he was puking and shitting at the same time in the bathroom. They was all laughing about it. Like they was dying over the fact that I'm drawing a blank on who it was. But apparently he was in the stall afterwards puking and shitting at the same time from how brutal it was.
The coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Dobson, he was on his staff.
No, Dobson would never.
Yeah, Dobson would never.
Dobson would never.
Just got the bucket hat on and he'll just cook the whole
He's
time.
just ready to die at any
Rex
point.
used to kill it. Dobby used to kill it.
Rex.
Because it was one time we walked out there early and saw them doing it.
Yeah. Because we were trying to get a look at what
I remember that. Yeah. But I don't know exactly who it was though.
Yeah, fuck. That's gonna drive me crazy.
Was it Wade?
Wade never did it.
Wade never did it.
Because you had Wade in Tampa.
Yeah.
Wade never did GPP with him.
Okay.
What was it like with Shiano that first? Now, no, you went through how many head coaches? 5?
6.
6 head coaches.
Shiano, Lovey, Dirk. 5.
Shiano, Lovey, and Dirk. Like, what do you think about when you look back at those tenures with them?
Respectable guys, I would say for sure. Shiano, I learned a lot of football with Shiano. I tell you that. Shiano was one of those detail-oriented coaches, and like, you know, and I had to be on point just because like coming in as a rookie, I didn't find out I had the green dot. I was going to be the mic, wearing the green dot until the Saturday before our first game. So, you know, obviously I had to be very detailed and stuff like that. I really had to understand things like that. So I learned a lot of football with Shiano. And, you know, I remember like every time teams used to come out in certain formations and stuff like that, we used to check to certain things to, you know, stop. That's why I kind of like understood like personnel and stuff like that. That's when I really tried to start to understand that. And then, you know, getting Lovey, going from Shiano to Lovey, you know, Lovey was as far as a coach, you know, pretty like your standard coach, but like his defense, you know, what he ran was just, you know, basically cover 2 all the time and things like that. And it was more so like player led type thing, whereas Shiano was more so like his way or the highway type thing. And then Lovey was kind of in a sense the same way, but you had your certain leads to kind of like control the team and things like that. But as far as personalities though, those two was just night and day. You know, Lovey didn't curse. Lovey was, you know, more so chill, level-headed guy. Whereas Shiano, he's, you know, fiery and things like that. And then going from 2 defensive coaches to an offensive coach with Dirk, you know, Dirk, we had a great relationship. He was cool, but he was more, you know, offensive, you know, oriented, you know. So I didn't really have that day-to-day thing with him as much. But, and then going from those 3 guys and then going to BA, it was like, damn, like, you know, BA was just a dude's a guy's guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do you feel like BA was so good at the other ones? Not that they weren't good at it, but what do you feel like BA brought that you hadn't seen from the other ones?
Tom?
I think I would say with BA, it was like BA was more so like a player's coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like his first meeting was like, this is your team. You know this is you guys' team. Everything that, the success that we have is going to be based on you guys. Whereas the other guys are just like, more so like, nah, you're going to do it my way and this is how we're going to win. But BA was like, it was just more so like, this is your team, whatever opinions you got, whatever ideas you got, run it by me and we could, make it work. And, that's when I say it felt like I was in the NFL. It was like, BA had an open door policy. Whatever you want to talk about, he talk about it. Like if the players have a problem with something, we have a little powwow and talk about it, and get everything changed. And that's what I felt the most from BA, man. Like, and he was like a real role model in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a guy who you could go to for advice about anything. You know what I'm saying? He had all that football knowledge. BA coached for like so many years, and he played in the Super Bowl. He not played, but he coached in the Super Bowl and things like that. He won Coach of the Year when he was at the Colts that one time. So, he just had a lot of football knowledge. And he just was like very open, man. It was just something that I wasn't used to. Being there for those first 8 years, and he was just more so like a player's coach, and that's what like. He kind of reminded me of Bo in a sense. You know how like Bo was like open with us and, kind of get our ideas and things like that, and, always joking around with us and things like that. But when it came to football, he held you to a certain standard, and that's what I really respect about him.
Can you guys both explain to me a little bit more about Bo Pelini? Because clearly I have a Nebraska sicko that sits to my right every single week. But like, you hear the stories about Bo, and I'm hearing players coach, but I also hear him about fuck the refs. He's done. There's a lot of stuff that happened with the fan base and all these things. Mm-hmm. But you guys love him.
Yeah.
So explain Bo Pelini to me in a nutshell. You know what? Don't nutshell. This is a long form podcast. Do whatever you want.
I mean, Bo, obviously, what people see, he had a screw loose. Like Dan Hurley, that clip's going around him, kind of just getting like going head to head with that ref.
Yeah.
Like when I see that clip, I'm like, oh, he's got some Pelini in him. Yeah. Bo just had that fire, but I think with Coach Bo, you just knew that he fucking cared a lot. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? He never cared about the politics game. Now it's like when I look back on Bo as a head coach at Nebraska, some things that he didn't do well that you kind of need to do as a head coach is when you're like connecting with the fan base, connecting with boosters, going to all the dinners, like doing the kind of like a political game you kind of have to play.
Dude was truly just ball.
Yeah, Bo just loved fucking ball. And you knew he'd die for you. Yeah. And everybody kind of felt that, even though he was hard on us. Yeah. Like he held the standard was always a standard. Right. But the dude was just always about process. He was about going to class. He was you're gonna have your shirt tucked there, you're gonna do all these little things, but he would always explain why he's doing it. Right. To where you always just kind of knew that like looking back on all the head coaches I have, like having him as our college football coach, you just felt like he went about shit the right way. You kind of look back and you're like, damn, there was he always had like a method and a standard laid out for everything. So when he was losing his mind or was doing all this stuff, like, he kind of black out during games and go off on you. But you always knew that it was coming from the right place. Yeah.
That photo's hilarious.
And it's like, this right here, he defended, it's like, I look at it like he defending us. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cursing people out and stuff like that, but it's on our behalf. Like, taking our side, having our back and things like that. And like, it showed, you know what I'm saying? Even like outside of football, the way he used to holler at you, talk to you, say what's up with you, just, ask you about your family and things like that. So like most coaches, when you come in, they be like, okay, you hear, like, that's it. Like you don't really hear from him and stuff like that. But with Bo, man, it was bigger than that. I got a lot of respect for Bo.
It was like Coach Bo, I remember one time, because he'd lose his shit over people missing class. Like, he'd have those team meetings and he'd call people out, they'd stand up. He'd kind of embarrass them. But I remember like going into the facility one day and I was like walking next to him, I had kind of that fear, that anxiety.
Which I feel like every head coach should have.
Yeah. And I kind of messed with him like, why you always get so worked up over class? Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of like laughing, but he kind of joked, but he stopped. Yeah. And he like turned around and had a conversation with me. And he was just like, look, man, you don't just show up on Saturdays. Like you're either a all the time person or you're a none of the time person. There is no sometimes. Right. Like if I have to hold your hand to go to class when I'm here, we're here to coach and win football games. He's like, it's never about the result. It's not about, he's like, wins and losses, do we want? Yes, we want them. But in my brain, if you go about the process the right way,
Yeah.
the win column and everything else will take care of itself if you focus and dive into the little things.
Yeah.
And so to me, if I feel like I have to babysit you guys to go to class, like I'm doing a disservice for everybody that's in the room.
Yeah.
And he was like, when I know that everybody's going to class and doing the right thing, I know that we're going to get the most out of practice that day.
Right.
I just remember it kind of being like an aha moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, he's not just some sicko that's
kept
pissed
that
off
to
that we're not
yourself.
going to
That's-
class. Like he's like, there's like thought behind it. There's the why. Like there's all that stuff to where he always had it.
You kept that to yourself. That's something good to know.
Yeah.
Was that something that like your perspective of Bo, both of y'all's perspective of Bo, would the majority of the people that played with you guys, would they have the same perspective of him as well?
I think so.
I would say so. And there's some people that he was really, really hard on who may think otherwise, but just outside looking in, man, just understanding the process, what he was trying to do, what he was trying to get out you. Like what he said, like that means a lot. Like I didn't know that. Like he said that. I'm like,
yeah,
well, damn, like that means he really care about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when he's breaking it down, you're kind of like, yeah, fuck, he is right. You're
like when he was he might have done it when he was with us on the bus, but he was super hard on me for a lot of different points. And when it's on the pod, he was saying like, I knew I could be hard on you because you would take the coaching.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, I mean, I would internalize it, but it'd keep me up at night because I'm thinking I'm kind of failing or like letting you down.
I remember those.
But he'd be like, if I knew if I could be hard on you in front of other guys and other guys saw you being receptive to it, it would help me coach other guys a certain way.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, man, if I would have just known that, I would have slept easier at night.
Right.
But it's like, unless you go and have a conversation with him about it, I guess you can kind of build up your own assumption on like, man, why is he being such an asshole?
Right. And that's what a lot of guys like kind of shy away from. Like even today, like when guys like get yelled at about coach and stuff like that, some dudes kind of like shy away and be like, oh, this coach don't mess with me, man, and just run away from him instead
of take it personal.
Yeah, taking it personal instead of going up there having a conversation. Okay, you yelling at me. What do you see that I'm not doing right? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if guys do that more often, I think they'll have a better perception of their coaching, things like that. Because like I honestly feel like there's no coach out there that don't want you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like, like some people may have their other opinions, but I feel like if a guy's coaching, he wants you to see because like your success is his success. So, like I feel like, when you actually like sit down and talk to a coach and just try to understand like what it is that I really need to be doing to, get better and stuff like that. How can you help me? I think dudes that have a different perception of coaches, because it was a long time I didn't trust coaches. Right. Until honestly like Eck kind of like got me out of that shell, and then going from Eck to L's, like those dudes was really like, pretty cool, good dudes, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I kind of really like understand like, okay, we all in this together.
Right.
And Coach Bo would also address, like when he come into the team, obviously I've told the story about him coming to the team meeting after the Michigan game. If everybody had half the heart that Lavonte David did, because you had 17 tackles that game.
I think it was more.
Yeah, probably more, 20 something. But
24.
Bo would also come in, and again, this kind of played to his Achilles heel of everything, but he would know what's being said. He would know that it could affect guys, maybe not at the level that guys kind of scroll their name and see all the stuff being said about him, but he would know people are saying shit to where he'd be like, fuck everybody outside of these walls. Like he'd have more of like a rallying speech for everybody who's sitting in that room. If we just had a bad game, like one game we lost to Iowa State. We shouldn't have lost to Iowa State. We lost like 9-7 or 13-9 or something.
Midwest
Rex
ball.
might have had a fumble. I want to say maybe Niles. I remember Niles was getting like death threats from fans, and Bo would almost talk about it out loud and then talk about like fuck all of them, like it's us versus everybody else. Which looking back, you see all the games that get played for head coaches. It's like, okay, I can see how he kind of fans had now everybody I feel like in the fan base appreciates him. But when he was leaving or when he got fired, there was kind of a division between like the team and the fan base at times. Because it'd be like, Bo would also be on the podium and be like, you want to fire me, fucking fire me.
He'd be he won that Dabo Sweeney game.
He's just got that Youngstown Mafia vibe to him, bro.
Yeah,
man. Like,
but it's
like
like
an Ohio
if you
sicko.
could pull that guy over and be like, hey, I love all the things you're saying about the team, like, and I love it, keep that up, but like you also have to play the game out here.
Right.
And he never gave a fuck.
He never gave a fuck.
He cared about ball. He cared about the guys.
What you said a little bit ago, like I used to not trust coaches. What why was that a starting point for you as a player? Because a lot of us, you kind of thrust in, whether it's your parents saying it to you or you just see this authoritative figure, you're like, this person knows more than me. Kind of like being a kid. Like you think your parents know everything, then you get older, be like, oh, they have issues just like we all have issues. So for me as a kid, like I would look at my coaches and be like, whatever they say, essentially they're the word of God, essentially. Why for you was it like, I didn't trust coaches until this Nebraska coaching staff.
Because I just thought like they was out, and most coaches like be out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like, you know, like when coaches get on you and stuff like that, like that's when I really like, I didn't care. You know, I didn't care for coaches and stuff like that. But when you like actually like sit down and, you know, talk to them and kind of like get an understanding of like what they doing, why they going about why they going about what they doing, kind of like, and just get a real like idea of, you know, why they doing what they doing, and, you know, why they want you to be successful so bad and stuff like that. And then it's like sometimes you be like, you know, you just doing this because it's your job.
Yeah.
You know, your job. That's your job. You have to be my coach or whatever. But do you really care? You know, I really want, like, I didn't know if they really cared or not.
Some coaches don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
the hard
move,
part.
like,
Yeah.
if you like, you're asking that question, I wonder why you don't trust coaches. I'm just thinking when I watched the documentary Year of the Bull, which is Miami Northwestern, seeing how some of the coaches operate, I'm like, yeah, I can see how there could be some trust issues.
Yeah.
Or you hear about some of the, you know, I don't know Coach Sims, but I'm thinking of all of the stories that I'm hearing. It's like, there's so many ways that you can inspire and motivate guys where it wouldn't come off like, hey, maybe you could do it this way.
Yeah.
Versus like kind of just making all the boys fight.
Right. I mean, as an 18, as an 18,
Run
19 year old at that time, you don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude just being an asshole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from afar, just outside looking as you get older, you understand, like, you kind of see, okay, like, this dude was trying to push me to be my best. And that's why, like, now, like, I kind of finally got over all that stuff. And, like, you know, as I got older, I finally got over it. And I'm like, yeah, I respect that guy. Like, that's good. Like, he, in a sense, helped me get to where I'm at right now. So.
Yeah.
Having that perspective, but also it's like, would you take some of these formulas that you learned back then? Would you use them if you were a head coach?
No. No.
Yeah, because
like,
in your brain, you think like there are ways that you can inspire and motivate without fucking.
Yeah. Like like playing football, you know, I learned how to become a certain type of leader. You know, I learned how to adapt to certain players. I learned how to talk to certain people. And that's something that I kind of like learned throughout. Like coming in as a rookie, you know, I was quiet, honest, like trying to learn and, you know, just doing what the rookie does, just to sit back and stand behind the scenes. But I was kind of like thrust in that role because I had the green dot and guys had to listen to me and guys had to talk to me and guys had to, you know, kind of like understand the same page that I'm on and stuff like that. So I was kind of like, so what I did was just kind of like get a sense of like knowing, you know, each player, each guy who I, you know, work with and stuff like that. So, you know, that's why I always say, man, like it always just thought about being a great person first. You know, that's how you can like get to know people and then kind of like understand how to, you know, communicate with them on a different level and stuff like that. Cause, you know, this league, man, you meet so many different guys, you know, different types of, you know, different walks of life. And, you know, some dudes used to being taught to this way. Some dudes used to being taught to this way. And, you know, that's why I just make it a personal emphasis to really just get to know people. Cause like I'm gonna need you, I'm gonna lead, I'm gonna lean on you when we on the field. So like that's the way I can like hold you accountable and you can hold me accountable as well. Like if I know you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I could talk to you a certain kind of way. Some dudes like to get yelled at, some dudes don't like to get yelled at. But whether I'm yelling or not, you could really understand that I mean what I'm saying, and I'm like, you kind of like feel a sense of like, okay, now I gotta get my shit together because Vontae's depending on me. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Throughout your career, was there, because how many losing seasons did you have before it started to turn around for you?
8.
8 seasons. Was there ever a moment in those 8 years that you were kind of like, I need to go somewhere else, or maybe I don't want to play as long as I want to because of how just much the losing can weigh on you,
for sure.
or from the organization or culture standpoint, like all the coaching changes, like maybe I need a different,
sure.
I need a different scene.
For sure, bro. After the 2018 season, we went 5-11. It was Dirk Cutter was our head coach. They ended up firing Dirk, and it was about to be, you know, this is going to be my 4th head coach, and I'm like,
where were you at on your deal?
What was I? I signed my deal in it was on my 4th year of my deal. 3rd or 4th year of my deal.
Was it the last year?
It wasn't no more guaranteed money. I know that.
Okay, so okay, yeah, all right. That's what I'm trying to fit. Okay,
so
you're the only thing that mattered,
right? Right. So
like if you wanted to make a move, this would be a time.
So I remember I hit my agent up, and Jason, like the GM, I'm telling him like, maybe it's time for me to move on. I think you guys probably should just release me or trade me because I don't want to go through another coaching change, and you know, past history shows that, you know, that hasn't been pretty good for this organization. But they ended up hiring BA, And, you know, Jason Compton's like, man, I know you want to, you know, do these things, but man, just give it a try. I think you'll love this guy. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, it's a new coach coming in. It's a new defense. I played 4-3 my whole career. And we move into a 3-4, so I don't know how I would fit in and that. You know, I'm not the ideal 4-3 linebacker and, you know, stuff like that. And then I ended up talking to BA. He was like, man, you know, we want you to stick around and we know we're going to turn this thing around for you, and we want you to be the foundation piece of this turnaround. And, you know, and then I'm like, man, I don't know, coach, man. Like the defense stuff, I don't know if I'll be able to, you know, grasp that. I'm used to being, you know, a 4-3 defense. I know how to play in the 4-3 and stuff like that. And he was like, man, trust me, you're going to love Coach Bowles. He's the type of coach that you want. And I talked to Coach Bowles. He said, man, like, ain't nothing going to change. It's just, you still going behind a 3 technique, you attacking style. And the first meeting, fell in love with it, bro. I was like, oh shit, this might work for real. So I loved it. But that's the time that I really thought about, you know, really leaving Tampa. But
when you were having those initial meetings in your brain, how much were you mentally like, I'm going somewhere else? Like, were you close? Were you having conversations with other teams?
No, because I was still on the contract. I didn't have a chance to. So, but like when I
But
asked,
anything with your agent?
Yeah. No, not with my agent. He didn't tell me like, he was just saying like, you know, Jason them, they want to talk to you. They say this would be a good, you know, change. Like this is what y'all need. I'm like, man, I don't know if this, you know, is gonna work for me and stuff like that. But he ended up, you know, convincing me, and it all worked out, bro. So, but it's like I didn't have a chance to really like talk to other teams or hear him talk about other teams, stuff like that, because they ain't let it get that far.
Yeah. When you were going through your first free agency, were you ever close to going somewhere else?
My first free agency for real was 2023 or after the 2022 season.
Damn, they locked you up.
Yeah, after the 2022 season.
And then for a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2020s.
Yeah. That's when I did kind of like hear from other teams for the first time. Like I was trying to go to Miami, to be honest. Like I wanted to, because I felt like I was finishing up my career. I had retirement on my mind back then, and I'm like, you know, it would be great if I could go home and play for the Dolphins. And I had a conversation with those guys, but the money they wasn't talking about the right price. So I was like, nah, I'm okay. And then there was a point where San Francisco reached out, Buffalo reached out, Cleveland reached out. So probably more teams, but you know, once I didn't have a chance to, you know, go back home and play, I was like, fuck it, I'm going back to Tampa.
Did the money ever get to a certain point with these other teams like Cleveland, San Francisco, or Buffalo?
Or like Buffalo, Lavonte's kind of like, fuck, why are they offering me so much? I'm not trying to play in Buffalo.
Was there anybody that was offering you more than essentially the Bucs were offering you?
Nah, nobody was offering more. But I think nobody wasn't really offering more because they really didn't believe that I would leave Tampa. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they would just probably like throw out a dollar amount and like just see what he's going to do and stuff like that. So it really never got to a real negotiating type deal. But really, like when Miami, you know, they threw their offer out, like, oh hell no, I'm not doing it.
Can you say what it was?
It's over now.
It's over, yeah.
It is over. It was around vet minimum.
Vet minimum?
No way.
Like a 1 year, 2 year?
Like a 1 year, $2-3 million deal.
And now was that hold on now. Was that like a starting price? And you were just like, I'm not even fucking having this conversation?
I'm not having this conversation.
That was the first number they threw out.
Yeah,
and you're like, no, we're not doing that.
They disrespect them too much. It just is like, all right, we're done with that.
I want to go home, see my family. Like, oh, okay, cool. How about vet minimum? Is like, go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah,
right
it was
back to
one
Tampa.
of those type things. So I'm like, nah, I can't do this no more. Like,
God.
I'm going back home. Going back to Tampa.
Did you ever get close to retiring before this year?
Yes. To be honest, I talked about it on my press conference, 2016. You know, the year my mom passed. I thought about giving it up. You know, I thought about saying just F it, because like at that moment, it was like my biggest source of motivation, my biggest support was gone. So it's like, what's the point of playing football anymore? You know, there's no, like my whole sole reason to playing was just to like kind of like get her a life that she deserves. So, you know, like it was one of those relationships like, if my mom was alive, she'd probably have my whole bank account info. Like that, y'all ever seen that clip with the soccer player and his wife divorced him and she couldn't get none because everything was his mom's name? No. I think it would have been that sense with me and my mom. Like, so it was like, it was one of those type relationships, but it was like at that moment, I'm like, man, F football. I didn't care. And like the crazy thing about it is though, bro, like I had one of my, to that point I had, that year was my worst year, but I made second team all pro.
Which
Really?
man,
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What was it? How long was that thought process
All
for you
year.
in 2016?
All year, bro. Like I kind of didn't want to go to training camp. It was like the first year that Dirk Cutter became my head coach, because at 2015 we had Lovey win 5-11, and then the next year 2016 Dirk came in. That was like the first winning season I had. On it, we went 9-7. If the new playoff rule was in at the time, we probably been the 7th seed. So like we had a chance to make the playoffs that year, but like I didn't care, bro. Like I didn't even want to play football no more, for real. Like I was just out there doing what I'm supposed to do just because I'm supposed to be doing this.
Right.
And I ended up
Essentially muscle memory at this point. There's some years out there.
So like after the games, I'm going home, don't want to do nothing, don't want to spend time with the family, just go home. Usually sometimes I take the family out to eat, but I'm like, nah, man, we stay home, we having pizza, I don't feel like doing this and this and that. So at that point in my life, my career, I was kind of like really contemplating retirement and giving football up.
what turned it around?
I'll probably say just understanding like my family. I have like my family, man. Like we have a real strong bond. Like in that time, like my dad, seeing him going through that struggle too, and him like kind of like just still, being supportive of me and like just picking me up, being a positive role model in my life. And then my siblings, them, keeping me uplifted and seeing them how they're handling everything. They being positive, they being upbeat about the whole situation. Just having them in my ear and understanding that like, this is her dream for me to be able to do something that I love. And, that kind of like clicked back in my mind, like, nah, my mama wouldn't like it if I quit. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just, suck it up and just find a sense of new motivation, which was, it wasn't essentially a new motivation, but kind of like moved it over just to like my family and my support system.
Did that come from like a singular conversation, or was it something just over time?
I would say it was over time throughout the season, just seeing they still coming around, still keeping that same energy. Like it's like, it was like it keeping the energy like it never happened, like my mom never passed, just keeping that same atmosphere, that same love, keeping everybody comfortable and stuff like that. So that's when that right there is like when I realized like, yeah, man, like, nobody's really like beat up about it. Nobody's torn apart about it. They probably have their own grieving process, what they going through, personally and stuff like that. But when they used to come to the games, they used to talk to me after the games. They just keep that same good energy. So that's when I kind of like felt like, yeah, like this what, having support and having family, having love when you go through losses is really all about. So that's why I really kind of like stuck with it.
Yeah. There was now that you were mentioning that that year you had like your worst year and still got second team all pro.
Yeah.
Now that you're on the other side,
yeah,
are you able to objectively look at your career and think like about how often you got snubbed?
A lot, man. That's bullshit. I'm pissed off about that. Like every chance that I get to talk about it, because I'm in a 4-3 defense. I used to have to go against 3-4 outside linebackers, dudes who rush the passer. And, at the time, like I ain't really care about it. I used to think like, I just gotta be better. I gotta be better. These dudes better than me. But I remember Thomas Davis, me and TD used to talk, and TD was a 4-3 outside linebacker. And I remember him one time getting on the media and just talking about that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man, you got a point, bro. Like we be doing all this, we cover.
I never thought of it like that. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
We cover, we got to make all these tackles, we got to do all these things, we play in space and stuff like that. And like our job is hard as hell. For us not to get no real recognition is like a true linebacker, and we got to go against fucking, Von Miller and, Brian Arakpo and Ryan Kerrigan and all those guys every week.
Clay Matthews, shout out to
Clay Matthews.
Shout out Clay, friend of the show.
Like, yeah, those guys in the NFC, man, like, I'm like, bro, that was like, they're like, that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair at all. And, I really hope they change that at some point, for real, they need to change that. Even in the All Pro. I remember one time All Pro, TJ Watt made All Pro as a edge rusher and as a linebacker. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how is that? Like, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about, us, the off ball guys? Like, come on, it should be different positions, bro.
Same thing happened for Khalil Mack too, didn't it? Khalil Mack was like a off the ball All Pro and
edge. Yeah, man. Like
I think he made the Pro Bowl and All Pro for both.
Yeah,
he took up 2 slots.
And the thing is, like when they get to the Pro Bowl, they not trying to be standing up and nah, I rush the passer. So it's like It's like, bro.
And then you get to the Pro Bowl, and sometimes Von Miller is in a 4-3 Sam, and you're like, yo, what are you doing back there? He's like, I don't know. I'm kind of just out here.
Exactly. So it's kind of like it's brutal, bro.
How would you change the rules?
I would probably just say stick edge, strictly as edge. You know what I'm saying? Like
make it more of a vague concept.
Yeah, vague, just edge. If you get 10 plus sacks a year, you're strictly an edge guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Or just name it pass rusher.
Pass rusher.
Off the ball.
Yeah.
Off the ball linebackers.
Off the ball linebacker. You're like, bro, like, nah, like that shit is, we need to start some type of petition for that because it's crazy.
I already see a flaw in your argument though, because if you're talking about pass rushers, because defensive ends are reaping the benefits of what's hurting you.
Yeah.
Because they're getting all pros. Yeah. And because they're like, Von Miller's not getting, he's getting the Sam.
Yeah.
He's getting a linebacker.
Yeah.
And these DNs that are probably have like 7-8 sacks are getting all pros. And they're like, fuck yeah, keep it going.
I remember one year, I don't know who it was, but somebody had kind of like sued the league because they was considered a linebacker, but they really was a pass rusher. It was kind of like, it was kind of like
I think the same thing happened with Jimmy Graham. What are you talking about? You remember from money standpoint,
the
right?
money standpoint.
Yeah, because he was a tight end.
Yeah,
but he was basically the number one pass catcher. He's like, no, I want to be paid like a wide receiver. Like, you're a tight end.
The same thing. Like this dude was getting paid or franchised as a linebacker was like $12 million instead of getting paid as a pass rusher, and the pass rusher get like $19 million. So it's like, if you're gonna do it like that, then make him a pass rusher, edge rusher, and not an off the ball backer. So
I thought you meant like sued the league because they were just categorized for like all pro and Pro Bowl.
He didn't make Pro Bowl,
but
so
that makes
like,
sense. Getting franchise tag, like, oh no, you're a linebacker. Like, bro, I fucking get double digit sacks a year.
That's such a wild thing to say because as an offensive lineman, you're just a left tackle.
Yeah.
So and then you see all the Jimmy Grahams or whoever this other individual is, and it's like, it's crazy. You have to like kind of fight for your money based on what position they're trying to put you in. It's just nuts.
Right. Do you think about the Hall of Fame conversation a lot?
I mean, being realistically, bro, of course, I should get some type of, votes to get in. But the way it is looking, like the way it really is, like they're going to go off the Pro Bowls and All Pros and stuff like that. But if you really just sit down and watch football and study film, I really think it should go off that.
And even the stats too, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you sit
like,
down.
you can watch the tape, but even like, the accolades, I fully get that. That's where it's like, you got like Bussin With The Boys, Gerald McCoy. He's big on getting on the table for you.
Right.
A lot of people are.
Yeah.
But you look at just even right outside of tape is even the stats on the stat sheet.
Yeah.
It should feel like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sitting here saying it's like first ballot, whatever. Like, as long as you're wearing a gold jacket.
And then the thing is too though, with that though, like my guy London Fletcher, he hasn't got no nods in it either. Bro. But I feel like
has Zach Thomas gotten in yet?
Yeah, he went in 2 years ago.
Okay.
Year before.
Because there are some cats, London Fletcher being one.
Yeah. So, it's going to be, it's going to be a tough conversation, but I definitely feel like I should be up there because, my stats speak for themselves. Like the one stat that I'm really, really proud of and it's being talked about a lot, not like now, is the tackle for loss stat. Like that, my tackle for loss stat goes to show like I really understand football in a sense. Like my instincts included into like really like understanding, football, when to attack and when to play downhill and stuff like that. And like me being a tied fourth in tackle for loss in the history of the NFL.
History of the game since they started.
And being the only off the ball linebacker in the top 15, I would say. And I want to say the next guy's Brian Urlacher, and he had like 130 something. So like, it might not be touched for a very long time, right. You never know. But like for me to be tied fourth with nothing but pass rushers and defensive tackles, I think like that definitely should be considered in that too as well.
Yeah, because in the modern era of football, like the one person they talk about having the best instincts is probably Luke Kuechly, who was a friend of the show.
Friend of the show. Love Luke Kuechly.
In my hand right now, I have, what is this? The 2013 NFL season comparisons between Lavonte David and Luke Kuechly. Both individuals played 16 games. Total tackles, Kuechly outdid you. He got 156. You had 145. Solo tackles, you had 107. He had 102. Assisted tackles, he had 54. You had 38. Sacks, you had 7. He had 2. Tackles for loss, Luke Kuechly had 12 in the 2013 season. You had 21. Quarterback hits 11-4. You win that. Interceptions 5-4. You win that. Passes defended 7-7. Forced fumbles, you had 2. He had 0. Fumble recoveries, you had 1. Didn't finish that other one. He had 0. defensive touchdowns, you had 2. He had 0. Both of you were first team All-Pro. Only one of you were a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
And that was Luke Kuechly.
And Luke Kuechly, we got a question here from hashtag Tier Talk, West Philly Tuck. Ask him if he truly felt that he deserved the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2013 when they gave it to Luke Kuechly. Luke is a hell of a player. Again, friend of the show. Great friend of the show.
Great friend of the show.
And had a great year, but LVD stats were ridiculously better. Had they recognized his greatness early in his career and rightfully given him that award, it would have kept him from being so criminally underrated all these years. Go look up his stats versus Luke's in 2013, which Taylor just laid out.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
is that a year you think about?
Yeah, of course. It's definitely, I definitely think, because even though I made first team All Pro, like, it's not like I didn't even get no recognition, bro. Like, I didn't even get I didn't get a chance to be like talked about it like in a defensive player of the year voting at all. And like that's something that like now that I think about, like, damn, like that's messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Like you weren't even in the running, like a semifinalist.
I wasn't even in the running. Nah, I wasn't in none of that. So like it was like that's kind of like, you know, kind of crazy in a sense to me. Maybe because like that year I want to say we went 4-12 that year, and we started out the season like 0-8 and something.
That's the
something
problem
like that.
right there.
Yeah, we started out 0-8, and they actually was pretty good that year. I want to say they was like 13-3 or something that year. So and they was, you know, really good, decent team. You talk about Luke, man. Luke, I'm a fan of Luke. You know, Luke is my guy.
We're all a fan of Luke.
Yeah, Luke
yeah, we
is my
all
guy.
love Luke.
Yeah. Great
He
person.
just has to be used in this example because he's one of the best of all time.
Unfortunately, he has to catch the hands right now. It doesn't take hell to show about him.
But, you know, as far as like me winning, you know, obviously it comes with other stuff, team success as far as winning. But the fact that I didn't get no recognition, didn't get no votes to become like defensive player of the year, 0 votes, or not even talked about to be defensive player of the year, is kind of like, you know, messed up.
Yeah, dude, it's so fascinating because it does feel like Pro Bowl, all the player of the year accolades.
Yeah,
they get on such a pedestal where it's like all pro. That's like for players, it's like a peak thing, but it seems like it always just kind of gets dropped and goes under the radar a little
people
bit.
Like evaluate Pro Bowl, they evaluate the NFL honors,
player of the year,
and it's like all pros like technically better than Pro Bowl.
Yeah, right.
But it's, people just kind of like, all right.
It's a list we all want to be on, and then it drops. But I feel like all pros doesn't get used until you're being explained or like introed on a podcast or introed on a show, like all the all pros they got. Right. So I feel like Pro Bowl just gets such shine when all that stuff goes out because popularity plays into it a lot.
I think all pro matters way more than Pro Bowls.
Hold on now.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not take away from Pro Bowls. It's not take away from Pro Bowls. Let's keep those around.
Pro Bowls, you know, it's pretty cool to have a Pro Bowl, but you know, the all pros is really like, because it's like you're the best of the best. But Pro Bowls,
hey, listen, you were right, and my only argument would be like it's voted on by the media.
Lavonte doesn't know that he's sitting across from a 3-time Pro Bowler and 0-time
All Pro.
Yeah,
I was good, not great. It's basically what you're telling me right now.
Hey, you were elite.
Thanks, buddy.
You were elite. You were elite.
I appreciate that.
Should we try and get Luke on the phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just FaceTime him. Try and FaceTime him. See if he'll
answer. Don't even say Lavonte's here. Just ask him how he feels about it.
Luke sent me a good text message after my retirement, man. I really respect that from Luke. Luke is my guy.
Luke's the man, dude.
Liability in that flag football game.
Yeah.
But obviously, one of our goats.
Obviously not a goat.
He gonna send you a
That's crazy.
text message.
While you're sending out that text, I got one from Francis Ku Cho Jr. 78. How much fun was it to little bro Will Compton every day at Nebraska?
Oh, who said that?
You don't make me want to say that again. Francis said that.
Come on, Francis.
Come on, be nice.
Man, Will was boys, man. We used to hang out. We did a lot together, bro. Like we did everything.
Be real.
Together.
Who was big bro?
We was even. We was like twins. It wasn't big bro, little bro.
Bro, I have several
Some
videos.
Remember the Titans type shit going on right here?
Wasn't.
Can't you see? That's my brother.
Yeah.
In a sense, you were like when you really think about it, you was the annoying little bro.
The annoying little bro.
Yeah, because
let him expand.
I'm trying to do my homework. You want to fucking send, selfies and stuff like that, do videos, record me all the time. I'm like, bro, why you bothering me?
You talking about the one where you was at my house.
Yeah.
And you was doing your homework on the laptop. And I was like, oh, Lavonte loves when I take naps on him.
Yeah, you land on my lap. I'm like, what you doing, bro?
Because we'd be roommates in the hotel together too.
Yeah.
And Boogie would always sing R&B. And I'd always just catch him, video record him, and he'd like stop and look over to him. Man, what you doing, man?
That's not. So that's that.
Two things about that is wild though. Like you recording him is kind of crazy, but you just randomly singing R&B next to a
an
roommate.
R&B guy, man. I was an R&B guy.
Is that
I
what
used
you're
to
gonna
always-
do after football?
Nah, I'm not going to venture in that. But I used to always like, you know how people like find a little hype or whatever. Like, I used to listen to R&B, probably because I had old school parents that kind of like stuck with me. So I used to listen to R&B a lot, and used to put it on a little YouTube on this laptop. I used to use YouTube, Will laptop a lot. If y'all don't know, but I
There'll
kind
be more
of
that comes out where who's big bro in this situation. Lavonte didn't have a license, so guys had to drive him everywhere. I had to go take him. He'd be like, "Hey, big bro, can you?" He said, "Big bro, can I go get my Sonic? Can I go get my Sonic now?" Like, man, you really eating that shit? Like, man, I just want my chili cheese dog. I'd just get in the car. I'd drive him down. He'd get his Sonic. Get his Happy
You
Meal.
stayed close to it.
You let him sit in the front seat or have him sit in the back seat?
He'd be in the car seat in the back.
You gotta keep him safe.
Yeah, buckle him in.
Yeah.
Let's get you safe. Let's keep you safe. We need you this year.
Get his son. So no car. Crazy.
No car.
Do you have a license now?
Yes.
All
And
right.
bro, I even tried to big bro and be like, let's go to a parking lot and I'll teach you how to drive. And he was just too nervous to drive. He just didn't want to do it.
I got comfortable with him driving me around. So
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You got him to be your chauffeur.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Were
I
you really
guess
nervous
so.
about learning to drive in college?
Kind of was, yeah, in a sense, just because like I really didn't care for driving. You know what I'm saying? Because like all I was doing was just going from my dorm to the football facilities and class and stuff like that, walk around and things like that. But I really got scared when it used to snow and you had that little black ice and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh hell no, I would never drive out here. So there's no point. I'm gonna just milk old Will over here and continue to use him.
You hear he's like, no, I wasn't scared. I never cared for driving.
Never cared for
Like
driving.
it'd be a sunshine day and I'd be like, bro, you want to
Middle
go?
of summer.
Yeah, middle of summer, bro. You just want to go practice driving? Like, we'll go to a parking lot.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm good.
God,
All right,
that's
man.
so funny. So who was it? Have we decided who little bro was? You don't have a license.
We can let the crowd, we can let the audience, but I think the record shows. But you had a nice spin. I was his chauffeur.
That was his spin. I just laid it out.
I was telling him what to do.
Yeah. Hey, take me here. Take me to Sonic now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, but then the coaches would get on the phone with me. They'd be like, we need him.
Are you for real?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit! I thought you were being out for real.
Eck was the man. Like Eck took care of all of us. Els too. Els was all the time.
Both of them.
I got another one here from Chris Logrosso. Being a part of Winston's 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. What was being said around the locker room? Personal thoughts, and then getting Brady. What was the reaction then? So it's a two-parter.
Yeah.
Let's put the Brady one to the side real quick. I'll re-ask that in a little bit.
thing with
Jameis Winston, 30 and 30.
Yeah, the thing with Jameis was you knew what you was gonna get. Jameis was gonna go out there and sling the ball, throw that motherfucker, and if it was gonna be a touchdown or interception. Just so happened that year, it was a tough year for him. As far as like throwing a touchdown to interception ratio and stuff like that. But the thing that was like really stood out to more is like us defensively, like. It got to a point in that season we were just like offense get the ball. None of us used to sit down. We used to stand up and wait to go on the field.
No way.
Oh,
I swear.
man.
We used to stand up, wait to go on the field. And when he throw the interception, like, okay, he got out the way. We go out there, give him the ball back, and he starts slinging it again. It was like, we kind of looked at it as like, let him go out there and do him and do what he do. He's throw it around, it's touchdown, throw an interception, but we gonna motivate and drive. We gonna try to give him the ball as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because sometimes he gonna like it's gonna be good, but then sometimes it be on the other end. But it's just the way it happened, bro. It's just like we was always just like motivated and just like we actually had a solid defense, like a pretty good year that year. Like not a pretty good year, but we went 7-9.
I feel like your defense was always solid, especially in the run game.
But we went 7-9. But in a sense, like a lot of those interceptions that we threw kind of like put us on the back burner a little bit. But if Jameis if he knock out half of those, we definitely a winning team.
What was the coaching staff like with Jameis in that year? Because you watch him.
Yeah.
He was on our show 2 years ago at the Super Bowl
Love
in New Orleans, and we brought up the 30 and 30, and he's like, that record will never be broken. Like, he was like proud of it.
Yeah.
And he's got this like energy about him. We're like, how can you ever get mad at the kid? And what were the coaches like
it
that?
was that exact thing. Like it was Jameis is an authentic guy, man. Like you gonna get what you get out of Jameis. Like there's no faking, no facade. It's him. And the coaches, when they got a chance to know him, they saw that. Like Jameis is a football player, And he's a quarterback. He's a gunslinging quarterback. And sometimes with being a gunslinging quarterback, bad things happen. And that year, he was like, he threw for 5,000 yards. And he had 34 touchdowns, I think?
Yeah,
or something like that. And, you got to look at the game within the game too. Like some of those stuff probably wasn't his fault. Guys probably, not running the right route and he expecting people to be certain areas. And like the other team, unfortunately capitalized off those. But, I don't think nobody honestly, like, bro, I don't think nobody was really like, pissed off about it or getting on him about it. I mean, he probably had his own private conversations, stuff like that. But from a defensive standpoint, bro, like it really was a point where like once they took the ball, like we wanted to receive the ball first. It's like, okay, let James get his, interception out the way and let's go out there and get the ball back.
Funny.
Yeah.
Just going into a game plan.
Yeah.
Like, all right, boys, we'll let him get his first one.
Yeah.
Because we played y'all that year.
Yeah.
And I think he threw like 2 or 3 in that game. It was like, this dude really just keeps giving it back. And the game was still tight at the end because y'all's defense was like nice.
Yeah, bro. Like,
we're talking about you guys being okay. I'm like, kind of like, you guys were like a menace to go against.
Yeah.
He did it. He had a
Fucking William
couple of the
Golston.
year that we played y'all too and came back. The Kirk Cousins, you liked that game.
I wouldn't blame him on that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a full.
It was it's
but having a comeback that game.
Yeah,
the
I don't
prime
wanna talk
Kirk
about
Cousins.
I hate that game because like Kirk, my guy, we Kirk good peoples or whatever, but no fucking way that shouldn't have happened, bro. That shouldn't have happened. But I think we got a little passive on defense. Like we went, like I told you, man, that year that's when we had Lovie Smith and we were strictly cover 2. So like once you like. You can only run cover 2 so many times until somebody start, like I feel like cover 2 now in today's game, you should throw it out there here and there and give it different looks. But we lined up in cover 2 and you knew what we was playing. So you guys kind of like exploited that whole second half.
We ended up beating your ass.
Not beating our ass. Y'all beat us in overtime. No. The last couple seconds, y'all beat us.
We won. We came back. We were down what?
It was an ass being in the second half.
It was 24.
It was an ass being in the second half.
It was 24-3.
You know an adjustment we made in the second half?
What was the adjustment?
That's when I started.
Can't start the second half of a game. That's what. But
that's when the transition. Willy C started getting on the field. Remember, we were watching some of those plays, and I was out there tired.
Is that the one where Buddy kind of broke you off on the sidelines?
Yeah. That was what, 2015?
Yeah.
2015.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes Will and I will just get kind of banged up. We've done this a couple times. We'll just put old games on and watch each other play. Yeah, we put on your senior year Nebraska Michigan game.
Yeah.
What was the energy like when you saw that the GOAT Tom Brady was coming to Tampa Bay?
It was incredible, bro. I remember that thing like it was yesterday. Like obviously y'all remember the hype behind it. It was like so first and foremost at our exit meeting, I'm talking to BA or whatever. He was like, it was a point where we might have signed Jameis back, and it was just talking about like, we just got to get him on board, get him right, get him together, because like we could win games with Jameis if he just, cut down the interceptions because it strode that season. And then he was like, but there is a chance we might have a shot at, what did he say? He called him at, we might have a shot at the big guy. I'm like, who's the big guy? He was like, Tom. I'm like, what? Like, Tom ain't leaving New England, man. What are you talking about? So that went in one ear and out the other. And then as the offseason progressed, you see Tom is really not going back to New England. And then stuff started like once they said he's not going back to New England, I think the Bucs went full throttle at it. And then like you kind of see like they talking about teams, like potential teams, and the Bucs wasn't a team on there. So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, it might not actually happen. And then that actual day, I remember I was sitting on the couch, eating my cereal, Captain Crunch Berries, and bro, it came across the ticker. Tom Brady agrees to terms with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I literally like what? And like my phone was right here, like sitting on the couch next to me, and my shit was just blowing up, going crazy. And I ain't even want to answer because I'm like, nah, this can't be real. Like, nah, I don't believe it. And then I'm talking to people, I'm talking. And then like a couple days later, he ended up calling my phone. He's like, hey, Lavonte, man, this is Tom. Like, I'm excited to be a guy against you, excited to play with you and not against you anymore. And I can't wait for you guys to welcome me in the locker room. And he just started talking about, this is you guys' locker room. You're the leader of the team. So, don't treat me no different. Treat me like all the other guys and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know the hell you talk about. You Tom Brady, you getting whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? This is your
That's
team now.
awesome.
This is your team now. And then like actually meeting him for the first time, bro, it was like incredible. Like from a guy with his status, with his superstar status, you would think, you know, what comes with that, like outside looking in, obviously, you know, when people have a lot of success, you kind of judge people and stuff like that. Like you would think this guy's a, you know, a-hole, prima donna. He's a egotistic guy, but the complete opposite, bro. Like he's a guy's guy. He's a great dude, man. He talked to you. He actually get a chance to sit like and know you and kind of like understand where you come from, what you know, what you like and stuff like that. And like when I saw that and he treated everybody like that, from the top player to the last player, bro, I thought it was amazing because I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, and he earned the right to not even act like that. You know what I'm saying? But to see him actually like do that, bro, it was kind of pretty cool to see.
Was there ever a moment where he like stood up and spoke to the team, like say you guys are having your run or you're in the playoffs, or you just have that moment where everybody on the outside might hear stories, but you're sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, that is that motherfucker. The
only moment, like, honestly, bro, he didn't even have to say nothing. Like the way he practiced, the way he carried himself, like his competitive edge, like his competitive nature, like he was competitive as hell in practice. Like I want ones on ones. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to compete. We need to do this and that and that. Like I need to get actual looks and things like that. And then the first time he actually stood up and spoke was the Super Bowl in the locker room, bro. And you know, you kind of hear guys talk about it, but like to actually like be there and be in the moment when he stood up and said like somebody else was about to talk and he just stepped in there and like he moved dude out the way and just started talking. Everybody like, oh shit, Tom talking, like this is real. So everybody just kind of like gravitated to it, and the thing he said was like, this moment right here, you're gonna be remembered forever. Like your last name gonna be remembered forever. 10 years from now, we're gonna come back and celebrate this moment, and your family gonna be remembered forever. And it's like it all like kind of like came down. Like for me personally, it was like I'm thinking like, damn, like bro, I went 8 years like people nobody not knowing me, you know, people, you know, not knowing who I am, nobody know about my game and stuff like that. But if I win this game, this moment, people gonna know who I am. And like that's what I was thinking about. And bro, that shit really happened. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody like got like from that point when he started, like after he started talking, it was no doubt in my mind that we wasn't gonna, you know, win that game.
That's
Tommy's fucking juiced up.
Yeah. Then you go out and lock up Travis Kelce.
I did my job against Travis Kelce, I would say.
Friend of the show.
Great friend of the show. We love
Travis.
Travis.
I like to hear that.
Because he said locked up. I was like, I did what I was supposed to do. I did my job.
How many catches?
On me?
Yeah.
Like when I'm actually guarding them, probably like 3. Maybe.
How many yards?
I don't know how many yards. I didn't even look at the stats, honestly, after that
Didn't
game.
matter.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
What's that locker room like?
Bro.
When after you guys win the Super Bowl, the parade, the confetti, everything the public sees, and now you're in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, are you just running to Tom?
To be honest with you, bro. To be honest with you,
Tom, we did it, huh?
To be honest with you, bro, I did all my celebrating on the field.
Yeah.
Like when I went in the locker room, people was gone by the time I got in the locker room. Like I was really like out there celebrating with all the guys, you know, celebrating with my family, you know. To the point I went to the motherfucking stand, started talking to people and stuff like that. I was just embracing the moment, bro. Cause like that 8 years prior, I never thought I'd be in that situation. You know what I'm saying? And to actually do it in your home stadium in that fashion, like it was like one of the best moments in life, honestly. And
what kind of fashion?
Dominating fashion.
Ass beating fashion.
Yeah, ass beating fashion.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like, we played them earlier that year, and they kicked our ass. You know what I'm saying? And then the second half, we kind of like had a little, you know, adjustment period. We played better. We ended up losing that game 27-24, and we saw like the media, like how they was, you know, talking about like the Bucs ain't going, you know, that's it for the Bucs. You know, if they not going, they might go to the wild card, and that's as far as they're gonna go. And they kind of like put a chip on all our shoulder. And I just remember saying like, we gonna play these dudes again, probably in the Super Bowl, and we can't wait. And it showed that game.
You guys dominated.
Yeah.
Like that poor offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like Pat had no chance to breathe the entire game.
Right.
Even some of the throws that man was making, though. like falling down,
Yeah.
hitting dudes like in the
Come on,
chest, kind of, and they're
it
just
was-
dropping it. I was like, oh my god, he's still kind of
still going.
low key doing it.
It was no quitting that dude, and like we knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when we was up, I want to say we was up 21-3 at half. We was like, you know, they got Pat Mahomes over there, so you guys better still, you know, be ready. And like, honestly, bro, our whole game plan was like our front four stop the run and get at the quarterback, and everybody on the back end do what you're supposed to do. Be where you're supposed to be in coverage. Lock on guys when he starts scrambling, and everything else to take care of itself.
What when you're up 23-3 at half, is Tom Brady getting up being like, we've been here, I've been here before?
Tell us more Tom Brady.
Yeah,
story.
Tom. Tell us about Tom Brady.
I'll tell you another good one.
What's he smell
At the
like?
half, I don't remember exactly at the half because honestly, bro, I was a Weekend fan and the Weekend was performing, so I kind of like was outside the locker room trying to peek. That's
crazy. That's crazy.
And trying to peek and hear the Weekend, but Tom Brady story. We was 7-5 going to the bye week. And before we let everybody broke for our little break or whatever to go, you know, go our different ways, I remember walking in the hall and Tom grabbed me. It was like, you know, man, how's it going, man? How's it going over on the defensive side? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna be all right, man. We just gotta fix a couple things, gonna be better. And then he said, and then I was like, how about offense? Like, how's it going over there? It's like, you know, still some stuff like getting used to, but you know, we getting there. We gonna dominate this second half of the season. And he was like, look at me, I promise you, when we come back, we're not gonna win. We're not gonna lose another game. I promise you that. I'm gonna make sure of it. And never lost after that. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn.
Fucking Tom. Dude farts rainbows. He just does it all.
All right, this guy's the man. You know what I'm saying? And then in my mind, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then like as it happened, it's like one of those moments. Like, you ever seen a water boy when the girlfriend told her like, we're gonna win this game? But
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's what it's gonna be. It was like that. Like as it happened, I'm like, damn, this is what it's gonna be. We're not gonna lose another game. So that was it was pretty cool, bro. Like he was the most like dominating, like for a guy to not be like athletic as he was, but like he was a problem on the field. Like you just kind of like damn, bro. Like, and then I picked him off in practice one time and I thought that was the highlight of my life. You know what I'm saying? Getting the interception.
You let him know?
I mean, you know, I'm celebrating stuff like that. But like I said, man, it was real competitive, bro. Like he talked trash talk, we trash talk with him. And like we made an emphasis, like, you know, mess with Tom and, you know, obviously Mike too, like just mess with those guys. But that little era, the Tom Brady era, man, that was pretty dope to be a part of.
How was
What do you smell like?
It's gotta be nice,
Yeah,
right?
like
when you're in the smells bad.
When you're in the hall, you're like, oh,
Man.
all right, man. And then you're like, damn, he smells pretty
Smells
good.
pretty good. You know when he walks by, he
like
says good
winter.
morning, like all right.
Think
Well,
about
you know,
Tom-
he finished practice and it was like he didn't shower. He didn't have to.
Yeah, I never seen Tom eat. Like I never seen him eat nothing. All he had was this little TB12 little water bottle. He always drink. He always like taking care of his body, getting worked on. Never really saw him in the weight room, but I always just seen him working, doing stuff to better himself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, gotta respect a guy like that.
What was it like when Gronk came in that locker room?
Man, I love Gronk, man. Like Gronk energy. Gronk is the same way from the time he come in the building to the time he leave the building. It's like full of energy, happy go lucky. And like it was sometimes I didn't even think like Gronk knew the playbook, knew the offense, but like he always knew what the hell to do. And that kind of like was kind of like weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, like
I feel like this dude doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he does it right every single time.
Yeah, he does everything right. Cause like, you know, I used to sort of like ask like I used to go against the tight ends a lot. And I used to like always like mess with them and joke with them and stuff like that. So I kind of used to like peek in their room and stuff like that. And like he be in that bullshit and not paying attention and stuff like that. So I'm like, Gronk just a talent. But when they really like see like him and Tom had this thing, man. I don't know, man. Like they was always on the same page and everything, like some type of telekinesis type thing, bro. Like I don't know, like and like we put our ME board, we put up the MEs and stuff like that, and like Gronk never was on there, like and then
like the whole team.
Yeah, like the whole team. Like after a practice, you got the board for like MEs and stuff like that, and I never really seen his name on there. And then like what I really loved about Gronk, like bro, he used to know how to really block. Like most tight ends, kind of like get thrown there and bullshit or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, nah, Gronk used to really like block his tail off, and he used to get rewarded for for the blocking and stuff like that. But it was fun having him, bro. He was always energetic, hyped up, dancing around. listen to the rap music with us, around there just chilling, hanging out with the guys in the locker room. So, like those two dudes, bro, like you would think the complete opposite, but you would think more opposite with Tom, but Gronk, you kind of see it in the media, but that's exactly.
But is he really like that as well?
He's really
a lot of people are
bro.
gonna think.
He's really like that, bro. Like really like that in the locker room, dancing around, playing around, and like him and Leonard Fournette had this pretty cool relationship, and they used to always see each other like they used to see each other get hyped up. Hey, what's up, Lenny? Like it's the same shit. Like he's like that all the damn time, bro. It was pretty good to see.
Dude, Leonard Fournette too.
How was your vantage point during the Antonio Brown moment with the Jets? Because you're defensively, you're on the sideline, so the offense is a little farther down from you, but the offense being on the field, hearing everything go down. What was your vantage point like on that day?
So I was on IR at that time. That's like the second game I missed. I didn't travel, but I tell you this, bro. Leading up to that, you saw it stirring up. You saw it brewing, just because like. He came one day, like we was in there, whatever. We was in the locker room, we be chilling in the locker room. He came in there, like complaining about something or whatever. And I think we played the Panthers the week before or whatever. And he was complaining about how I don't think he scored a touchdown with him. I'm like, bro, like you had over 100 yards. Like, what you talking about? And he's just like pissed off. And like you can see, like, damn, like it's like he might snap. Like he might snap soon. And then
he was just going off about something small.
Yeah, just something small. And then there was another point, like, I wasn't there, but like one day I came back for meetings or whatever, and I was like, Lavonte, boy, we need you, man. We need you to calm AB down. I'm like, AB? We're like, what happened with AB? Like his first, like he was coming off the suspension, I think, at that time when he got suspended for the fake COVID test or whatever. But he was coming off the suspension. It was like, bro, AB was having in practice going crazy, like, and it was a walkthrough practice. And he just sprinting, catching the ball, throwing it at people, like cursing people out. And I'm like, damn, what he snapping for? Like he going off on coaches, like, give me the fucking ball, like going off and stuff like that. And we're like, damn, what's going on, bro? So that game, it's kind of like, I wasn't surprised in a sense, but the way he did it, like during the game, I was like, damn, AB, like, why you doing that, man? And then like, to be honest with you, man, AB kind of messed up our chances going to the second Super Bowl. Cause like he was that dude, bro. He was really a really good football player, and like it just, when you rub him the wrong way, anyway, you're gonna get AB or you're gonna get Antonio Brown. And that day, that mother was AB.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you ever speak to him after that? Like, was there ever like a conversation like, hey man, you gotta come back, figure it out?
Nah, I didn't speak to him, bro. The next time I seen AB was that offseason. I saw him at a Heat game, and we was talking like nothing never happened. I ain't even want to bring it up because it might trigger him again, and I don't want to trigger him and nothing like that.
Starts throwing basketball at fans. yeah, starts going nuts.
But,
that's nuts, man. What, he just
crazy.
wanted the ball more?
I think he wanted the ball more, but I think it stemmed from something much deeper. Some people got their own, opinions about it. But one that's going around, just like that off season, he didn't get paid how much he wanted to get paid, and so he probably wanted to be like a higher paid guy, but he didn't get that. And then I think they ended up giving Gronk more money than him or something like that. So I guess he felt the type of way about that.
Oh, that's right, because he did start whether it was Twitter or something talking about kind of, I don't know if he was saying Gronk's name, maybe, but I do kind of vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story kind of like behind it. There's one of them that I kind of like know about, but
yeah,
brutal. Yeah. Great football player though.
Great football player.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah, I honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Could have clearly been one of the best of all time.
Like AB at his peak, like one of the greatest receivers to ever touch the grass.
And the way he worked, you could see it. Like everything was full speed, bro. Full speed.
That's
like,
what I heard, man. I heard even like in walkthroughs, he would just sprint.
Full speed, bro. And running through the end zone after he catch the ball. Full speed. And he's another one of those guys like, damn, like, do he know the playbook? But he's doing everything. Like, I'm like, damn, like
balls
it's talent and actually like knowing what you're supposed to do. And then like,
and he was a low round draft pick too.
Yeah, he was sixth round.
Yeah,
6th round.
He went to Central Michigan.
Central Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know. What was his first play with the Steelers? Was a kick return for a touchdown?
Kick return for a touchdown.
Like the dude was just him.
Yeah.
He's little too.
Yeah.
Like we'd see him at the Pro Bowl. And he'd have like a squad of like 20 people with him at all times.
Yeah.
And he was always like in a good mood, it seemed like, but this is before. I never saw him act a certain way. I just knew like he had a lot of people in his camp. And I feel like anytime I would see somebody rolling around with like more than 5 people, Like anytime you get to like the 10 range,
Right.
like man, you kind of. I think you got too many people around you.
people, yeah.
Right. Because it's like you knew the lore of AB all the way, basically up until the Raiders.
Right.
The Raider year.
Yeah.
Then he went.
Once the Raider thing
Went
happened,
AWOL
because it
with the
started with like
Raiders.
a helmet and then the feet
Yeah,
and then all the.
I think he just wanted out of there.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, who knows? He's
Yeah.
more than welcome to come on the show and talk about it. More than welcome to.
Yeah, that stuff was crazy. Was there ever like who's a player you think about that you were just frustrated with because they had so much talent?
I can't really, off the top of my head, really think about no guys. Oh man, some guys who I would say probably had a lot of potential, but certain things probably like derailed their career maybe. Damn, bro. What I say? Rojo. I say Rojo. I really like Rojo Ronald Jones, running back. He's really good football player. But I just think like running back in this league, and man, it's pretty tough. It's like
different life,
it's
bro.
a different life. Like obviously when we brought Leonard in, it kind of he obviously felt some type of way and things like that. But that same year, he almost had 1,000 yards. But obviously, Leonard started getting the ball more, and so like they kind of like just it's one ball and you only can play
Ego gets in the way.
ego gets in the way.
Yeah.
And like I feel like if he stayed on the right track, he'll be probably been a dominant guy. Who else, bro? Who else? Vernon Hargraves, bro. Vernon.
Corner?
Yeah,
Florida?
the corner. Yeah, Vernon was one of the most talented, athletic dudes, bro. And he had some solid years, but I just think like some stuff kind of like derail his career too. But I got a lot of respect for Vern. But I feel like he could have been an all-pro level player. Whatever happened, off the field, whatever relationships he had with the coach and stuff like that, kind of like I think may have messed him up. I don't know exactly, just like outside looking in, just giving my opinion about it. I think some stuff kind of like veer him off track from actually focusing on football.
Yeah.
It sucks when you hear about dudes that just seem like they have all the talent in the world, and for whatever reason, like other distractions get them. Like you hear that about Trent Richardson all the time. Like he was like thinking 3rd overall, and then thought the guys that were at the Colts or the Browns, whichever one it was, maybe both. He'd get off the field, he'd be on his phone the entire time. Like he always had. The game? No. Like practice. Like as soon as practice was over, he'd be on the phone. Like he always seemed like he was dealing with something to where like clearly he needed somebody in his camp.
Right.
To be like, hey, these issues, man, like these things can be focused on at a different time. Like you have to be focused on this right now. Because I played with that kid in the Under Armour game my senior year, and he was legit like, this man's 30. Like he was just a grown ass man. Like, and you see what he did at Alabama. You hate seeing that type of stuff. Right. Dude's all the talent in the world. And it's like, how do you not just put it together, man?
Put it together.
It sucks.
I think it's just all about discipline, bro. Come down to discipline. Like you've got to focus on the main thing. Like that was my whole thing, bro. Like football is gonna be, my way out. I want to live a certain lifestyle. So I'm gonna focus on football, and I'm gonna, get all I can get out of. I'm gonna get all the benefits out of football. Like, but I'm gonna do what I got to do until I can't do it no more, and then I'll worry about that stuff, after the fact. And I think if the guy just like be disciplined, like. You got an off season where you can hang out and stuff like that, but when it's time to lock in, you gotta lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell people, bro, like you can't cheat the game, bro. Like talent level, everybody got the same type of talent, but it's certain small things that you gotta like just focus on to kind of like separate you from different people. And I think being disciplined throughout the game is one of those things.
Yeah.
Could you play another year?
Yeah, I could have played another year.
Was there any chance?
No, there's no chance.
What was that conversation like? Like when did you know it was actually going to be?
Before you answer that, I do have to go catch this flight.
Do your thing.
I got to roll, dude.
Yeah.
I know you guys are not into the podcast, but seriously, your career is incredible. Hearing the stories from Will, like extremely happy for you, your family, that little girl you get to be around all the time now.
Sure,
like, dude, I'm fired up for you.
Appreciate everything,
man.
See you, bro.
Good seeing you too. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Love to do it again. I'll see you.
All right, fellas, we're going to interrupt this interview to bring you Form Energy. Form Energy delivers best-in-class taste with natural flavors and zero sugar. Form Energy has natural caffeine derived from green tea. Form comes in a variety of flavors like Screamin' Freedom, Rocket Pop inspired, Grape Smash, Blue Blitz, Orange Fury. Perfect for those who put in the work. So if you wake up early in the morning, get a workout in, full day of work, and still gives it your all when you come home, you are a Form Energy guy. Form Energy, we do the work. We are also brought to you by Neutral. Do you want to do Neutral? You could do a little bit of Neutral. Neutral tastes great. It tastes so much better than what else is out there. It's made with real vodka and real juice. Say that's what makes it taste great.
That's what makes it taste great.
You're damn right it is, Boogie. Neutral comes in a variety of flavors like pineapple, watermelon, orange. Their new flavors, peach and blueberry. Say it's perfect for those. It's perfect for social occasions because it's such a crowd pleaser.
It's perfect for social occasions because it's such a crowd pleaser.
You're damn right it is, Boogie. And it's the perfect time of year to grab a 12-pack of Neutral for the game or grab a bucket deal in your favorite bar as you root on your favorite team. And then we'll go. I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then we'll both go. Neutral, keep it tasty.
Gotcha.
That cadence, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Neutral,
keep it tasty. Back to the episode. Hey. What were we just talking about?
You were saying,
we were talking about football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When did that decision come about for you?
Oh man. See, I talked to the Bucks. So probably like 2 weeks before I actually announced it. I just remember just one day, me and my bro, like every time going to the off season, I just kind of like, I gotta have a plan for myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have a plan. I gotta know what I'm gonna do. And, I gotta start, mapping out. I'm a structured guy, bro. Like I love a structured life. So like I had to have some type of structure. And since I was going back and forth, whether returning and retiring, it was kind of like hard for me to kind of like plan out certain things that I wanted to do. So
what are you able to share those certain things?
Like as far as like my training strategy and as far as like what I'm gonna do about my diet and what I'm gonna do about my knee, fixing my knee and stuff like that, and like just get myself prepared for the next season. And once I kind of like, and then obviously how I'm gonna spend time with my little girl and stuff like that. Like once I kind of like didn't have a clear thing on what I wanted to do, that's when I knew like, yeah, this probably time for me to retire, because like if I really wanted to play football again, I would have had all this mapped out and already set already. Yeah. So that's when I kind of like really like understood like, nah, like, and then like I just sat down, look at myself in the mirror like, bro, like, do you really, really want to play? Is it worth it to play another season again? Will you be motivated? Will you be all in with it? And I thought to myself like, nah, I probably won't. So that's when I really decided like, yeah, it's time for me to give it up.
What was the conversation like? Like the feeling going into having those convos with the Bucks, the family. Yeah. Was it difficult?
Talking to the Bucks, it was difficult for the most part. Just because like the relationship I built with those dudes, and talking to Jason, talking to Todd, and then with my family, not so much, because my family always been supportive of what I wanted to do and stuff like that. And obviously they're gonna have their questions like, are you gonna regret it, or is this certain? Is like, does the tackle working thing, do that mean anything to you? Like, are you gonna look back at that and ask yourself like, dang, I should have did it just to kind of like cement myself as the all-time tackle leader in the Bucks organization history. Then like I thought myself like, no, it really don't mean that much to me. So that's when I kind of like knew like, yeah, I'm pretty good with that from my family standpoint. And then talking to Jason for the first time, to tell him, it's like, man, it's gonna be one of the hardest conversations I had. And we both kind of like had a little sad moments, and we just went to reminiscing, because Jason. Jason's a Nebraska guy. He's a Nebraska fan, and he's been talking about, man, like, and he talking about my dad and stuff like that. And he was like, man, we're gonna miss you around here and stuff like that. And then talking to Bowles, the relationship we built, that was kind of like tough. And hearing him talk and tell me how he felt about me, and how in the past 7 years I kind of like helped make his job easier and stuff like that. So that was probably one of the toughest moments. And obviously like just the press conference, man, like, I got a lot of respect for that organization, bro. They showed me a lot of love, and like the support I had when I, talking and stuff like that, it was pretty cool to witness. And it just goes to show like how I impacted those people and how they impacted me as well. Like how they came and support me and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty dope.
It is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Like even the time where it was like, how long ago? Was it a couple years ago where they came out with like, the type of guy, the type of guy they want as a Buccaneer. It's essentially your silhouette, or a painting of you in the draft room.
2023, the I Am That Man. I guess it was something that they had prior to that, but that's the first time I heard about it. And then when Jason was talking about it in the press conference, he was like, man, like we have a silhouette of a guy who we kind of want to mold our next generation football players behind it. And that guy is Lavonte. Does he have these certain qualities and attributes and stuff like that? And I was like, damn, that's how y'all, that's how y'all feel, and then that shit kind of like made me choke up a little bit. Like, bro, professional organization, all the history that they have, all the players that came in and out of this building, y'all got me as a guy who y'all want to mold y'all next great player after. And I'm like, damn, that's
an NFL organization.
An NFL organization.
Like you grow up just as a kid. We all want to be like, you create your player, you do all the things you want to be. You want to be the best that the game's ever seen. No
thought in my mind that crossed my mind that's how they felt about me.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I have a ton of respect for them. And obviously it showed. They didn't want me to leave, and they kind of like put the ball in my court every time after every year. The past couple of years, like whether I want to come back or not, I have a contract. They got a contract ready for me, and whether I'm gonna sign it or not, and decision is all based on me. So that's what I thought. That pretty cool, bro. Like
it's just sick, man. Yeah. That the impact that you've made on just football.
Yeah, bro. Pretty cool, man.
What's cool. By the way, the I Am That Man, is that your documentary?
Is it? Yeah, it is. I have they filmed my guy Stephen Lynch filmed me throughout this whole, from the all season on throughout this whole season, kind of like
who's the decision makers on who would be featured, who would be doing the interviews for it? Was it you?
I mean, I had some input on it. Yeah. Oh, you kind of like jealous about it?
No, I don't care. But like you with the driving, I really
wasn't the driving.
Like I'm not a clout guy. I'm not like want to be on stuff, fame. I hate when people put the spotlight on me.
But to protect myself, they just like throw ideas at me, and I like whether I agree. Like I don't really have no real like ideas of who to interview and stuff like that. Yeah. But I mean, if I was really into that stuff, your name would have been brought up, bro.
I figured. I was telling you, sure. I was like, I'm sure there's a good reason.
Well, I was like, I do want to bring something up that Lavonte said when he came through and he was looking at the set.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to let Will know?
Yeah, for sure. All these years, bro, that I've known you, I don't have a Will Compton jersey. Or do I?
Yeah, you do. We did a jersey swap. I literally, Sorenex is coming into my gym tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So as people listen to this podcast today, outfitting the whole thing, it's getting painted right now as we speak. Your framed jersey, along with Mason Foster, Quincy, and now I do need to go around and get some more jerseys from guys. But yours is been in its frame. Like yours is framed.
Do I have one of yours? I don't think I have one of yours, Will.
Did we not exchange jerseys when we played?
I do. When we took a picture with Ben.
Yeah, when Ben was there
in Washington.
I think you should have a Washington one.
Yeah. I think I do.
It must be at the bottom of your closet.
Must have lost it.
Yeah, you must have lost it. You got a bunch of framed jerseys hanging up?
I do have a bunch.
Oh, no.
I think
hey, it's all good.
I got one.
Hey, we'll cut that. We'll cut that part out.
He's got to do a lot of things over the years. I know, I know what I mean to him.
I think because I looked at the Tennessee Titans once, and like that's what like you like was prominent here as a Tennessee Titan. So like,
I was prominent.
Yeah. So it's like
that's respect. You should have a Washington one.
I think I do.
I mean, you do have a Washington one.
Maybe I do.
Was that
had a Washington one.
Was that your first year or second year?
That was that the 2015 game?
Was that game?
Yeah. Maybe so you have a. You should have a good one. Like that was.
I probably was pissed off and threw it somewhere.
That you like that game was like the start, the transition.
So that's probably why I got lost, because like that game, like I was pissed off after the game, and I like got your jersey, probably just threw it somewhere.
It's just a game, man. Like,
come on.
We run deep. We should run deeper than that.
But at that time, you was like an op playing, and then I had to hear from you, and you know how you are.
Yeah,
so
we beat your ass.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, damn. That's what probably
big bro beat little bro. Oh man, where do you even go from here? That's tough to hear. I do have yours. It's ready to get hung up. It's actually the first time, because of course I have my jerseys hanging up. But where I'm hanging up all the other fellas that I got.
Okay.
You're one of them. I got a Lavonte David Tampa Bay Buccaneer jersey.
You got the one with the ugly uniforms?
It was your way jersey.
Yeah.
You could hook me up with a nice one. We can do a proper exchange now if you feel like you lost it, which, that's
I
tough.
have to double check.
Because that jersey was like, I would
like,
love to have that jersey.
Cause I remember I used to give it, I used to get all my jerseys at the end of the year. I put it in a bag and I used to give it to my people. Hey, frame this. So there were
some that you said get framed. Don't worry about that one.
Nah,
that's my boy Comp. We have enough room on the wall. Let's see.
Did you sign it? Did we sign it? Did I sign yours?
I don't think so. No.
See, there we go right there. Now I need to know something signed.
I'll give you something.
I'll give you one signed.
Where y'all headed? Is the quote I'll put on it. And for people who don't know what I'm saying there, you'll have to listen to the Zoom pod, the brutal audio. You got to fix your audio system when you're doing stuff from home. You're on the different side now. You're in retirement.
Yeah.
Not sure we'll talk about your future, but if you get in anything media related, you got to have you got to have a better setup at home. So I listened to you obviously on ours, it was tough audio. I listened to you on Pat McAfee last week, and I'm just like, as I'm trying to listen to you, like my man's got to fix his sound setup.
So what do I need? So I'm doing it off of a Mac, iMac. So like, what type of system do I need? Like,
you're just doing it off the Mac.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we got some guys. We got some quality guys back there.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, we give you introduce you to like just a travel system.
Yeah. Because the Bucks media team told me that too. It's like, hey, you got to be better on the sound side.
Yeah.
It's like it's a good interview, but like, bro, it's hard to listen to.
It's hard to listen to. It's just because from the audio, you're just using a laptop.
Right.
And we'll get you right. What is... First question, how's the last week been? How's the first week of retirement where you're like, I'm sure there's a transition. I am done playing football.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing to, I don't have OTAs to think about. I don't got nothing to think about in the football world.
Bro, honestly, like the next day I woke up, I'm like, damn, like I'm really done with football. Like I'm retired. And it's like, I got to figure out life now. But the good thing about it is, bro, like I feel like I had a successful career. I earned some good money throughout my career. So I feel like I have a chance, like I have time to like enjoy myself a little bit, like take some trips, enjoy life, do certain things that
What's on the bucket list?
On the bucket list, I want to take a trip to Egypt. That's something that I really want to do. I'm into history. So I want to, kind of like do the history of Egypt, look at the pyramids and stuff like that. And, go to the beaches. Cairo got a nice beach out there. And then I kind of like want to go back. I've been to Italy before, but I want to go back to Rome. I didn't go to Rome. So I want to look at the Colosseum and kind of like look at all that stuff and look at the, the history of that. And another place that's on my bucket list is probably Bali or, like a place that's really like beachy and nice and stuff like that. It's another place that like, what's that place, man? Everybody be going to. I be seeing all the celebrities.
38, Florida.
Bora Bora.
Is it Bora Bora?
Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
Nah, not Lake of the Ozarks.
Are you doing these trips this year?
No. Eventually I'm gonna get to them though.
Are you doing any of these? Are you doing Egypt this year?
No, I'm not doing Egypt this year.
So what do you got on the docket this year?
This year? Shit, I don't really
You talk about looking at your funds and looking I can travel and do this and that.
Bro, honestly,
and right now we're sitting it's March 30th. You got the entire year.
I mean, the good thing about it is like if I want to do it, I could just go ahead and holler at my travel agent, just do it. But like but honestly, bro, like I just want to like just unwind and relax for the most part.
Just at home?
Just home.
You are a homebody.
I'm a loner, I'm a homebody. Just take my ass home and just wake up when I want to wake up. Get to stuff when I want to get to stuff. Like just
eat chili cheese dogs.
Just have free will,
Captain
bro.
Crunch.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Well, are you so homebody?
Mm-hmm.
In my brain, I'm thinking it'll be a few weeks. You'll just maybe get a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
But what are you into at home?
I be playing a video game guy. Yeah, I be playing a game. I play a game a lot, but I'm not one of those gamers in a sense. Like I don't like playing against people in the game, just because like I'm competitive and like I see how people talk to people on those video games, and like I know I'll get pissed off and I want to do some physical stuff to people the way they talk, and it's like I can't get into it. Like so, what I'm doing right now, I play my career on NCAA. I got about 4 players. I got a quarterback, a receiver, a running back, and a corner. No, and a linebacker, not a receiver, but a linebacker. And I'm like Like one of them, the linebacker, I got drafted 5th overall to the Patriots.
What's his name?
What's his name? King Expert or some shit like that. I just make stuff up. And then I have a corner right now that I got with the Bucks. His name is Benny Sparks. I have a quarterback. My quarterback is my nephew name, Junior Nelson. And the running back, I don't know the running back name. But that's what I be doing, bro, for the most part, bro. And then like I love taking my daughter to school, picking her up from school. I think like that right there is like the highlight of my day, honestly. Picking her up and taking her to school.
How old is she now?
She's 3. She turns 4 in May.
Rue turns 4 this Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Rue was born like a month before Logan. Dang.
Isn't it crazy how they just tell you, they're like update you on the day. They're all emotional.
Yeah.
You gotta dial in the emotion. It completely changes you inside and out.
Inside and out, bro. Like I didn't know I was the type of person I am with her. Like the patience, the vulnerability, the love. It's like crazy. Like yesterday we was in the car and she said something. She like had a full blown conversation with me. She was talking and like, I don't know what the hell she talking about. And I just looked back. I'm like what? What are you saying? And she just like, don't worry about it. And I just started laughing like, what the fuck?
Got sassy with you.
Yeah.
Oh, if you ain't listen to me, don't even worry about it.
Yeah. It's just crazy, bro.
What you got to do, bro, I'll have to send you the video that I made of Rue walking into the Coliseum at Rome. Mm-hmm. You guys remember the one I'm talking about?
I saw that.
Like her just kind of her little self walking in. Because Scotty's 16 months old. She's a spark plug. Yeah. But it's the best, man.
Yeah. I need some girl dad hats.
We got you.
Yeah.
It's basically For the Dad's Pod now.
Yeah, for sure.
Go check out For the Dad. You have to come back and get on and do For the Dads with us.
For the Dad's Pods? Okay.
You'll essentially guest host with us. We won't just be sitting there interviewing you.
Yeah.
You'll be engaged.
Okay.
You'll be talking about Papa Team 6.
Yeah.
Milk Team 6. The blowouts.
Okay.
The struggles.
Yeah.
The frustrations.
Yeah.
The love. The vulnerability.
It's a lot of frustration.
But bedtime. How many books to read?
How many books are you on like right now?
I got Rue. I have a nice operation of 2 books.
2 books, okay.
Scotty will go through 7 or 8.
Okay.
I'll start reading one. She'll hit it.
Yeah.
Out of mind, she doesn't want it. She wants a different one.
Yeah.
But Rue, I have her locked into 2 books. So you gotta brush her teeth.
Right. So starting with Logan, we started out with 3 books, and then I'm down to 2, sometimes 1, depending on how she like. If she passed her bedtime, so I got like, hey, like it's past your bedtime, so I can only read you 1 book.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. Like it's really like a negotiation process, which is crazy. Like, and like when she want to have a little extra time playing, like in the tub, she like playing with her toys in the tub. So like, can I have 5 more minutes? I'm like, 5 more minutes now. Is that a deal? And we're like, you gotta say deal. Cause if you don't say deal, she'll kind of like, you 5 more minutes. I'm like, nah, you said deal. We said 5 minutes. So we got to get out now. Yeah. So stuff like that.
Like shake my hand. You know when you shake this hand, it means something.
Yeah.
I'm going to start the timer right now.
Exactly. And then when I bring in the timer when it's going off, I make sure I see that it's going off.
You're like showing her?
Yeah, like it's going off. She'll be like, okay. And like, okay, we good. We good for the rest of the night. And then like, it's just funny, bro. It's crazy. Like the party stuff. Like, so she have this little thing like, when she's in her big girl bed, so she could get out of her bed anytime now. Like her room is upstairs and my room is downstairs. And like the past couple of nights, like I wake up, I turn around, she's dead in my face. I'm like, yo, like what are you doing? Like you don't supposed to be like, you got to stay in your bed. You know what I'm saying? Cause like we got this little thing. It was like, it's a sound machine, but she don't like the sound. So once the light turn green, then you can get out the bed. So she get out the bed before that and she be coming downstairs like saying like just talking. I'm like, yo, like the light didn't come on, so like what are you doing, whatever. And sometimes she get out of bed because she be scared to go pee. But when I take her back to her room, walk her back to her room, I look in the bathroom, she done peed already. So I'm like, yo, like what are you doing? Why are you getting out of your bed? And then she just started making up these excuses and stuff like that, and it just be hilarious, bro. And
she's trying to get in some dad time.
Yeah, but no, dad is sleeping. It's 2, 3 in the morning. It's time.
It's 2 or 3 in the morning when this is happening?
Yes, bro.
I thought you were just saying like maybe you wake up times like 7 and she's in at like 6 o'clock.
Nah, man. Like 2, 3 in the morning, she done went to the bathroom already, peed, and then come downstairs like she can't go back to sleep. Like, yes, you can. Like, she got her little sleep mask and like put your sleep mask down and just go back to
She got
bed.
a sleep mask?
Yeah, she like having the sleep mask on her. To cover her eyes and things like that. So it's so she kind of like don't go to sleep without it. But it's pretty cool, bro. It's dope. Like
Dog is the
I
best,
love it.
man.
I love it. I love it, man. Just those little small.
Rue will stay in her
things.
bed until we come upstairs.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I gotta tell Logan about that. Like, Rue, you want to talk to Rue? You got to FaceTime. Like,
Yeah.
Like Rue stay in her bed until her parents come up and get her. So you need to do that too.
Yeah.
So
because obviously you have the monitor on, and if
Yeah.
she gets like a little stir crazy, she'll be like, "Mama, Dad, come up and get me."
yeah.
You know, we'll be like doing our thing down in the morning, be like, "Oh, we gotta go up and get Rue."
Yeah, she kind of cursing me out sometimes. Like when she
Oh,
screamed,
she got a sleep mask on. Of course, she's up there cursing you out.
She screamed, "Daddy, Daddy!" You know me, like, dang, like, I don't want to walk upstairs unless I have to.
Yeah.
And I speak to her through the thing. I'm like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Come here, I need you." I'm like, "What's going on?" And I walk up there. She's like, "I'm scared." I'm like, "Come on, man." You know what I'm saying? Like, sheesh. Like, it's crazy.
Rue got a problem with falling off the bed while she's sleeping.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if she's like having dreams or moves around. You'll hear a big thud and you'll kind of look, and then she'll just be sitting. She'll just be sitting next to her bed. Like, Rue, you can get back in bed.
Mm-hmm.
But
we got this some little bumpers on her bed so she don't roll over.
That's what we're thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Is getting some bumpers because she'll go down multiple times throughout the week. She actually hasn't in the last week, but she'll go through these, it feels like phases where she's just falling out of the bed.
You know, they wild
because she got too many stuffed animals on the bed.
Yeah.
But hey, we gotta stop sleeping next to so many. You got 10. Let's cut the roster down to 8.
Yeah.
Put 2 down at the end of the bed.
Yeah.
But they're particular ones that have to be in like an order next to her.
Do she sleep with the book? When you don't read the book, do she want the book?
Sometimes, like, there has been times where she wants to read the book after we leave.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Dad, I can only do 1 book, or Dad is only doing 2 books. If you want to stay up and read due to your little nightlight that you have,
right,
you can stay up and read it if you want.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's like
man.
when you go downstairs and you start looking on the thing, and she reading the book by herself, and then she put herself to sleep and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's pretty. I love those moments. Bro.
Yeah. So what's next for Lavonte David?
What's next for Lavonte
in your career?
David?
I'm assuming you can't just stay home and play NCAA career.
I mean, obviously throughout that time, I'm gonna kind of like brainstorm, kind of like figure out what I'm gonna do. You know, obviously I'm doing a lot of like media stuff. So, you know, throughout my career, I wasn't big on media, but in a sense, it's like, man, you love football, you still want to be around the game. So, you know, I could easily, you know, kind of like talk football, you know, do certain things and kind of like give them a little endpoint, some insight from you know, from my perspective. You know, fans love that stuff. Former players talking about football, giving ins and outs, things like that. So things like that. And then, you know, something else that I thought about is getting to, you know, in the business side of football, you know, getting to scouting, you know, maybe become a GM one day, who knows? But there you go. Yeah.
We got Kuechly calling back. Luke.
What are you doing?
Sitting on the bus right now.
Who are you talking to?
My boy.
Lavonte David.
My boy.
What was you doing earlier? I appreciate the text responses. I also appreciate that you saw the videos and didn't take them personal.
Dude, you know what you call that? You just call that honesty. Sometimes the brand's gotta call the brand out.
Yeah, it's like, you're my guy. I got to be hard on my guy. You know what I mean?
You're not being hard. You're just being honest.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they got my boy. Look at he's a liability out there. Get him off the field.
I walked off the side and I walked up to Saul. I'm like, hey, bro, this ain't it, my dog.
Yeah. Game's moving a little too fast for me now.
You know what? I was pedaling, dude. I was moving. I was feeling good. They ran like a post post on me. I was like, bro, that ain't it.
That just seemed fun, though.
It was freaking awesome.
I'm hearing that you started training. I want to say Greg Olson was breaking down, saying you were training for this.
I was legit training, and I thought I was killing it. And I went and trained with these guys that were training for the combine, and they were running 10-yard sprints, and I was like, nah, it's gone, man. It's gone, man.
I would say you look good, man. You do look good.
He
You look
was moving like he was still
you
back
look good, bro.
pedaling well.
Yeah, you look good. Your physique's still the same.
Hey, man, I might look good, but it doesn't mean I'm moving good.
Yeah.
We were having a conversation earlier, and it was, in your opinion, Luke, who do you think deserved the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year?
I mean, he's sitting right next to you. You better gas him up.
Yeah.
Lavonte needs to be in.
Yeah, and my whole thing about that, Luke, was just like I didn't get no recognition about for it.
Okay. I'm going to tell you is we played you guys in Tampa this year. I was talking to your guys' beat writer. And so your beat writer is the guy that like bangs the table for you for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I said, when you get up there in 5 years and you talk about Lavonte, the only thing that needs to get talked about is what if his position didn't say OLB and it said MLB.
I told you.
That's real though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the guys that get selected to go to the Pro Bowl in All Pro are not off the ball linebackers.
Right.
It's like DeMarcus Ware, and like when everybody looks and it's like, oh, DeMarcus Ware 12 sacks. They don't literally look at nothing else.
Yeah.
So that's what I told your guy in Tampa. I was like, the argument needs to be Super Bowl champ. Would you play 14 years?
14, yeah.
He played 14 years. These are all his numbers. Played with one team. Was a captain for this many years. And they're going to be like, well, he doesn't have this, and this. And I would be like, that doesn't matter. He played. The only thing that was different was what his position said. That's it.
Yeah. So I was telling them, you know how me and TD used to talk about the same thing because we both was considered OLBs. And then I remember one time TD was like going hard about that because he got snubbed for the Pro Bowl some years because the outside linebacker thing with the edge rushers and stuff like that. But that's a good point, man. I ain't like, if my position probably said MLB or regular LB instead of OLB, I maybe would have been saying something different right now.
The other thing too is, think about, like, this is another argument too, is when you got paid as an off the ball linebacker, not an outside linebacker.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You should be making 46 and a half like Micah Parsons.
You can sue the league now too. We were talking about how some dudes, somebody like sued the league because they were like an edge rusher. But yeah, I mean, you're 100% right because everybody will lean on like accolades of Pro Bowls, All Pros, not all the times that you got snubbed.
Yeah.
But even you were first ballot, right? Second ballot. And then Bobby Wagner's going to get in. And people always use those graphs where you're like next to them.
Right.
Like that's the table that everybody always stands on because you were just in a bad media market too.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what's the saying about that? Luke obviously should have been first ballot. Him and Pat Willis, in my opinion, should have been first ballot. But they probably got snubbed for being first ballot because they only played 8 years. Which is like crazy. But like in those 8 years, these dudes was dominant guys in the league. So it's like, what are you guys really voting on? Are you really like, you knocking people because they didn't play a certain amount of years? That's why they're not first ballot and stuff like that. So that's kind of like, it's just weird.
You know, there's just so many games that go on with
it.
Because obviously, Luke, you're first ballot in my heart.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's only what you think.
Yeah, you know I care about you the most.
Yeah.
But we were just calling the bus balls. We had a fan question there. They were asking Lavonte if he felt like he deserved the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year when you got it. And there was a side-by-side. And I was like, let me give Luke a shout. Let me give him a shout.
I think it was Bobby. Bobby was in the running for it too, I think.
Yeah, and probably. To Boogie's point, he was saying.
Lavonte, what was your stat line that year? I know you know what it was.
Yeah, it was 145 tackles, 7 sacks, 5 interceptions.
That's pretty strong.
It's pretty strong. 2 forced fumbles, 2 defensive touchdowns, 21 tackles for loss.
Okay, Will, that's what you need to talk about with Lavonte too, is all the production he had behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. He was even alluding to it.
Yeah.
When they have the list, since they've kept track of the tackles for loss since like a certain period, he's the only inside backer to be in the top 15?
Top 5.
Well, top 5, but only inside.
Top 15. Top 15.
The next one was what? Urlacher?
Brian Urlacher.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be pounding the table. We'll have you, like we'll have us. We'll have you within the media. Then we'll have a lot of people. We're gonna get the gold. We're gonna get the gold jacket in our boy. Oh yeah, he's a baller.
Hey, Will, do you think Taylor ever blocked him?
Taylor ever block you? He never got hands on
I
him.
never felt Taylor before.
Like Taylor probably had like, okay, I got to go up to 5'4", but you know, Boogie probably slipped him.
You know what he did? He probably made a line call, make the guard go get him. He said, "No, we'll switch real quick.
Yeah.
I got it down now. You go get Lavonte."
Oh, you're the man, Luke. I appreciate you getting back to me. It would have been a tough look. See you, bro. Just a great dude, man.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. I've been a fan of Luke since college, bro.
We got to call him back after to see what he was going to say.
Yeah.
We'll have to trim that part out.
But yeah, man, like Luke, Bobby, talk about our linebacker class, bro. Like it's a strong class. Like it's being brought up now. But
Who got drafted ahead of you, your class?
so it was Luke. It was Dante Hightower,
Stud.
Michael Kendricks, Zach Brown, Bobby, and then me.
Damn, that is a strong class.
Yeah, and then we had DeMario was in that class. You had
DeMario Davis?
DeMario Davis. Me, DeMario, and Bobby played on the same Senior Bowl team. Me and Bobby was roommates in the Senior Bowl. So that's how our relationship started.
He's a stud too.
He's a stud too, man. That's my guy, like great dude, bro.
Because he's about to do 15, isn't he?
Yeah, he about to do 15. I think he should do 15. I want him to break that record, the tackle record.
I mean, he's built like an action figure too.
Yeah.
He's built like a inside backer.
He been built that way since his rookie year.
Yeah.
Like nothing don't change.
Yeah.
You know, so he got them long arms. Like, damn, Bobby. Like, what you be doing in all season, bro?
Yeah. We were talking about you maybe diving into some media.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, just to be around the game of football still, just because I generally love the game of football. I love sports in general, but for me to like actually been a player and play at a high level and actually like play 14 years in the game and kind of like give a little insight of, you know, what I see and stuff like that, I think it'll be pretty cool for, you know, me to kind of like continue in that aspect. And then I mentioned going to scouting, maybe, you know, working in the front office role and stuff like that. I think it'll be cool.
Oh, as far as the business side that you were talking about?
Yeah. Business side.
See if you like the scouting.
Yeah. People say, you don't think you be a coach? I don't think I can get into coaching, bro.
Why not?
I don't know. I like my time. Yeah. Honestly.
Because that's gone once you get into that.
Yeah, I like my time.
But couldn't scouting be the same way?
I feel
like it would if you're in the machine.
Yeah.
Football.
I feel like with scouting, bro, I feel like if you a college scout, I don't know. I mean, I could be correct on it. I feel like if you're a college scout, I think it's more busy than being a pro scout. Because college scouts, you have to, you know, travel out and scout certain regions, scout all these teams, have all these draw-ups of certain players. But I think in a pro scouting, I'm not sure. But I feel like in pro scouting, they just give you a list of guys when it comes up to free agency and stuff like that. Just study these guys and see who fit our scheme and stuff like that.
But what would you, if you're saying you want to get into pro scouting,
mm-hmm.
what would be the end goal if you wanted to get into that
I want to be a GM.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There goes your life.
I mean, I'll be a little older by then. I'll be, you know, I probably won't care.
But to climb, to get there, like think about the time commitment you had to be one of the best of all time. Think about the time commitment of anybody who's trying to be great at their craft in football, like all the time you have to put into it.
Yeah.
Like it'd be no different really in any job if you're trying to get like to the top.
Trying to be the best. Yeah.
Like if you're really trying to be the best, like you sacrifice a lot more than just whatever the structure is. Let's just call it 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like the 9 to 5 of being a pro scout.
Right.
Like if you're trying to eventually be a GM, like you're not looking at a 9 to 5 job and then you're just going to get promoted to one day be a GM.
Yeah.
You be pouring into it in such a way to where all of your hours are dedicated to one day becoming a GM.
Yeah. I think that talk, I have a talk with my family when that time comes.
Yeah.
So I ain't really think of it that deep, but it's something that I may venture into.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel that. You got to think about the next 5 years, man.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Wyatt about this. He's the new head coach of North County football. You got to think of what you want to be in 5 years. You know what I mean? So you didn't think about it that deep, but you got to think about it deep.
Yeah, you're right.
Just before I get going, man, come on. You got to. Media-wise, though, you know somebody that's got a few different shows you could spot on, too.
Yeah, I can. I could pop out in Nashville a couple times out the year.
Yeah. You say where we get a Nebraska recap show going? Tomorrow.
You know, that's what I need to go. I need to go back to Nebraska.
You need to pour into the Husker fans,
I do,
bro.
I do.
They love you.
They do. And it was a point in my career, like, you know, on Sunday Night Football, you say your high school, your college, whatever you say, and it was a time like I never said Nebraska.
I know why.
And it was just no reason. Like I wanted to say my little league. Like I wanted to say my high school.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to say those things, and like I didn't know it was because I'm not on Twitter, right? So
are you back on? There's been people that tag you.
That's not me.
Okay. All right.
That's not me. That's
breaking news. That is not Lavonte.
No, that's not me. So like I see like little stuff, like people send me stuff, and I see like some people I figured out on Instagram, dudes, you know, comment on some of my pictures. They're like, "Do you hate the Huskers? Like, why you never said anything?" And I'm like, "Well, damn, I didn't think it was that deep or whatever."
It is for them, bro.
Yeah, but I got nothing but love for the Husker fans, man. I rep those guys every time.
Do you want us to win a national title?
Yes, I do.
Then you got to understand the role that you can play into helping Nebraska out.
You think me speaking could help Nebraska win the national title? Yeah.
Will got Dylan Raiola to Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I got him to Nebraska, but like you carry an influence.
Yeah.
You can bring eyes and attention to Nebraska. Like you're one of the best to touch the grass on defense, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we got a couple of Miami guys on the team right now. Vincent Shavers. I'm really tight with Vince.
He's a stud.
Yeah, he's a stud. I don't know Jacob Barney, but he's from down that way.
Barney's a stud.
Yeah, he's a stud. So,
but imagine like we're trying to recruit a guy and they hear from Lavonte David.
Mm-hmm.
Think what that would do to your psyche if you were the recruit.
You're right. You got a point.
So when you're boosting them, like all the young athletes who's like, yo, I want to be like fucking Lavonte David. All the backers, defensive players, whoever you inspire, right? As a young athlete, you are this young athlete.
Yeah.
Who was somebody you looked up to?
Growing up, I'll probably say Patrick Willis.
Willis. Let's just use him. But the way Patrick Willis moves, if he's literally on the hill talking about Ole Miss all the time, and Ole Miss is in front of your face all the time, through his influence on social, through when he speaks about it, you think like, damn,
I want to be
Ole Miss has got something. I want to be the next Patrick Willis.
Yeah.
You're in that spot for any of this younger generation.
Yeah.
Like if we're trying to win a natty, you might not be able to be on the field with them and make plays and impact the game, but you impact the game in another way that goes beyond the field, bro.
Yeah. See, just me being outside of football now for a couple of weeks, I understand that now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which it all funnels to the impact being made on the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we can land a couple guys.
You got a good pitch.
Come on. Hey, that's legit though, yeah?
Yeah. I've been watching them. Been doing a really good job. I love that they got you on the Jumbotron when you coming out and stuff. Like,
I appreciate that. That could be you. Yeah. The couple times you fly in this year to Nashville to do Bussin', it'll be me and you making a hype video for the Huskers.
I don't think I could do it as good as you though.
When you got guys like this behind you, they'll get you to do anything great.
Yeah. Did a really good job, bro. I'm proud of you on that, man. But I will say this. I always seen Will doing something like this. Just because your personality. Like when people would be like, man, you know, they ask me like, Will your boy in college? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, man, that was my guy. And like, honestly, there's no surprise that he's like doing stuff like this. You know, you're like you being genuinely you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I appreciate that, man.
I'm glad you didn't switch up or change. Only thing you changed is your teeth, but that's cool.
I had to. You already know I had to. At first, it's like everybody's like, damn, why'd you change? Why'd you get the fake teeth? And now that we've gotten years removed, we're now like 7 years removed.
Yeah.
You look back at some of them photos, I'm like, God damn. I was telling the boys, I forget who was in there, but I was like, Lavonte was there when I gave like my first like speech in front of the team before that Iowa game.
Yeah.
Stood up, like my hands were sweaty.
Yeah.
I was like shaking internally, but we had some good times, bro.
It was some great times, bro. That was a fun time to be like. A college locker room ain't nothing like an NFL locker room.
No,
and
you're just in it in a different way. Like in the NFL, like when you're young, you're assuming there's going to be like the groups of young guys, rookies stick together.
Yeah.
Guys are all dying for ball. Like it's the best.
Yeah.
Then you learn about vets who have families, and it's just not like
they can't get out with you all the time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Because you got to become Unc. You got to become the OG or the old head who has a family or other priorities to where you can't partake or run around with the fellas.
Yeah.
Whereas in college, like you're all doing the same thing all the time together.
Everywhere we go, we always together. That was pretty good moment.
Are you down? Do you live close to the University of Miami?
About 45 minutes away.
We're gonna be down there for the spring tour.
Yeah, man.
Next week, right?
I might. When you down there, I might pop out down there.
It's 8. Yeah, like the 7th or 9th range. I think we're on because we're going to Notre Dame, and then we'll go down to Miami. Yeah. So next Thursday,
I got all my homeboys. They play down there, so sometimes they go out to the spring practice and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I kind of like. Past couple of years we've been going down there to kind of like watch a practice or whatever. So now I'm there, I might pop out.
What to get you going on the media side?
I ain't trying to jump in it.
I know you're not. I'm not saying you need to jump into it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there's going to be a war coming 5 years from now.
Yeah.
And then the years all following after that. And there's only going to be there's going to be
what you mean by a war?
A war. Lavonte David in the Hall of Fame.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Listen, I'll be the guy that thinks down the road for you.
You and Gerald been going really hard for me.
We go hard, bro. Yeah. I see Gerald. I respect his game. Yeah, it's good that he does because he got to play with you in Tampa.
Yeah, Gerald, my guy, man. Gerald took me on his wing as soon as I got there. Him and EJ Biggers.
Bro, because I played with EJ in Washington.
Yeah, you played EJ in Washington. Yeah.
I love
EJ, my guy, man. Great dude, bro. Like EJ kind of like, he got me, found me my masseuse, found me my house cleaner, stuff like that. So that's my guy, man.
Is he coaching still? I know he was in coaching for a little bit.
I believe he's coaching at his alma mater, North Miami Beach, and he do kind of like a little bit of training on the side.
Got you.
So
I love DJ, bro.
Yeah, great dude, man.
Great dude.
Yeah.
How you feel about Mike Evans? He's still going.
Yeah.
Did that play into your decision at all? Teammates coming back, if the team was going to stay together, to play a 15th year for you, knowing that Mike was going to go and be with a different team?
Yeah, I mean, I would say no, it didn't play no effect in my decision at all. I mean, going to last season, I told Mike it might be a chance that I, retire at the end of the season. So he texted me back and said, man, let's make this one a great one. So at first it started out great, and then it kind of like ended a different way, but it was already on my mind that retirement was going to be, a possible thing. And, and then as far as the Mike thing, kind of surprising, I would say. But in a sense, it's like knowing Mike, man, the competitive guy he is and, how he is as a person. I think, Mike was probably looking for a different challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, obviously, he did above and beyond with Tampa Bay in the community and for the team. So maybe he just was looking for, a different out and stuff like that. I told him congratulations on whatever it is that he, his decision and stuff like that. But to actually understand and know what he did, I didn't get into that because I don't want to bother him. Man, he probably already taken a lot of slack and stuff like that. People kind of like, some people, which is crazy, looking at him like, dang, man, you switched out on us like that. But you can't really, you don't really know what came into the decision of him actually like wanting to just, get away and, try a different experience.
Yeah. And as a player too, like I'm sure with like Mike playing for the 49ers, it had to be like a certain situation that he wanted to go into.
Yeah.
Where you feel like all this team could go the whole way. Not that he's saying like, we suck or we're not going to go the whole way.
Right.
But as a player, when you're making some of those decisions, especially late in your career, you're like, man, I really don't have a whole lot of time left.
Yeah.
And then you just get in the right, see the right situation. Yeah. It's like, it's nothing personal.
Nah.
Like he's going to love being a Buccaneer. Yeah. He's going to probably come back and retire a Buccaneer.
Yeah, exactly. And then the thing is too, like, it's not like he left the Bucs in a terrible place. Like the receiver room is a very, very talented receiver room. Like you still got Chris Godwin there. You got a Mecca who emerged. You got Taz Johnson. You got J Mac still there. You still got a good core of guys who can, still, keep that standing in that room.
Yeah. He's a beast too.
Yeah.
Have we covered everything, boys? Do you feel good? We got a Bud Light question for you. It's the same Bud Light question you had last time. People will do anything for an ice cold Bud Light.
Okay.
And then all you have to answer is, now that you're retired,
yeah,
now that you're on the other side of it, what would Lavonte do anything for?
What would Lavonte do anything for? That's kind of like a crazy question.
Can't say family, Taylor. That's a stipulation that Taylor has in there. Because you can't say your daughter.
Yeah. What would I do anything for what? Like,
it can be anything, bro. Last week, Cam Jurgens, Husker.
Sonic breakfast.
Yeah, he was just a Sonic breakfast burrito.
He'd do anything for a Sonic breakfast burrito.
Brock Bowers was a steak.
George Kittle said a Bud Light.
George Kittle said a Bud Light. Some guys get deep, some guys don't.
I'll do anything for an authentic Italian dish, Italian meal.
Oh, okay. We were talking some Italian cuisine out in Italy.
Yeah, I love Italian food, and like when we went to Italy, like I was looking for those authentic Italian spots, and like the ones that I did have was pretty good. So like, experienced those. I love experiencing those.
Lavonte David, a man with range. Come on. You guys got anything for him? Good. I saw Sherm's eyes were kind of off on the side, like his brain was going for a second.
It was thinking. I just love LD's vibe.
Yeah.
And both of these interviews have been really, really cool, really fun. Even so closely back to back, you would think, oh man, maybe we covered everything in the first one. Not at all. Like the story is super compelling. You're very fun to talk to.
Appreciate you.
You're awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Bro, you're the best, man.
Thank
you for
man.
coming on, especially the week after. Shout out Buddha.
I know you wanted me to come on and announce my retirement on here too, but I tried to talk to you about it too. I think one day I texted you, was you going to the spring game a couple weeks ago? You did text back, but it was late. So I already had my mind made up.
What were you going to text? Because if you're saying, hey, me asking if I'm going to the spring game, my response is, what does that have to do with anything?
It was going to lead into that. Because I thought about going to the spring game this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought of like, hey, was you going to go to the spring game and stuff like that? And then like because I wasn't initially going to say like my retirement until the end of the month. But like my mind was kind of like made up already. I was like, fuck it, I'll just get it out of the way. But I was going to ask you and talk to you about it.
Like, hey, what would the optics be?
Yeah, but then I probably was going to shoot you down anyway, though, to be honest.
That's honestly, it doesn't surprise me. You gave it to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over Bussin With The Boys. Fucking bullshit. You did. Well, I felt like I was really, I had you where I wanted you when you asked for those tickets at the Cincinnati game with Buddha.
Yeah, you did.
That was one where I didn't think about it until after the fact.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, I kind of did him a solid right here. Because I didn't ask no questions. We'll get you the tickets to Buddha, your agent.
Yeah.
I knew nothing other than you're my boy. You're seeing if I can get you a ticket for your agent. Let me see if we can make it happen.
Capitalize off that.
Yeah, and then once it happened and I was riding in the car the next day, after we had a tight win, I was like, I need to spin this because this could be Lavonte's last year. And I texted Lavonte. I was like, you're in my hip pocket now. Whenever you retire, you have to do it on Bussin' With The Boys. But we got you the week after.
Yeah, man.
All love, man. I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you too, bro. You know it's all love, man.
Always and forever.
Yeah. How Big Bill doing?
Big Bill's doing good. Big Bill's jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Bill's jacked.
Okay.
He's proud of you. He loves you.
How Wyatt
He texted me
Cody?
right away. Wyatt and Cody, they're both good. Cody's gearing up for a bachelor party.
Okay.
Wyatt is now the head coach of North County, our old high school.
Lil Wyatt. Remember I used to always mess with Wyatt?
Yeah. Now he's the head coach, bro.
Yeah.
So we've been talking.
Yeah.
We've been strategizing.
Yeah. Tell him I say what's up, man.
I will, bro. But love you. I appreciate you. Big hugs, tiny kisses. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is Bussin' With The Boys. We will see you next week.